I see you guys here up and early on the YouTube. Hello. How are you guys doing today? I hope you guys had a good weekend. Okay. I want to start off with some Chad Dorman stuff. You guys remember him? He's the man that murdered his 3 very young sons. And then we got to finish this motherfuckers. Sorry, I forgot I was on YouTube. We shouldn't be cussing straight off the bat. But we got to finish his cross-examination. A very SMUG Charlie Adelson on the stand. And we only have about an hour left, you know, so it's going to go by really quickly. And then there was some other news that I might cover as well. I don't know. There's been a lot of perplexing news that's been happening. It's just been it's been mind-boggling my brain. So I don't know. Maybe I'll just share with you guys as well. You're trying to order something on Uber? The stream popped up. Well, thanks for popping in. What are you getting from Uber? What are you ordering? I usually don't like ordering things on Uber unless they don't have that upcharge. But like when you do Uber Eats, DoorDash, they have that crazy like upcharge fee. And then you got the delivery fee. And then you got to tip the delivery driver. And then like, oh my God, so many fees. But hey, I guess convenience, that's nice. But Taxi, how are you doing today? Mariah, hello. I hope you guys are doing well. Hope you guys had a good weekend. How are you? Okay, I got to make sure that my browser window size are good. So I'm going to minimize this one right here. Then minimize. Okay, so you guys can see me. All right, we're good. It says excellent stream connection. But I hope you guys are having a good weekend. All right, I'm gonna get this organized. Oh man, yesterday I took my PS5 downstairs and played Final Fantasy VII on my big screen TV. It was so nice and relaxing. I'm like, man, should I just get a bigger monitor for my desk, or is that just gonna be too overwhelming? Like, can I just get like a giant ass, I don't know, like TV size monitor? I have a widescreen, but I don't know. I just want like a giant monitor now. Oh man, it was so nice to play Final Fantasy on the big screen. I really enjoyed it. All right, let me get my Chrome sizes together. Oh man, I don't know. I feel like technology nowadays has not been flawless on my end for all the streaming shit. Okay, we got Julie here. I just want to listen to see what she has to say. I remember hearing about this. Chad Dorman had his court appearance. I think it was about a couple weeks ago, and his defense team wanted to throw out his confession, essentially him confessing the murder of his 3 sons. And I remember it was because apparently he was seeking medical treatment at the time. When he was making those confessions, there were police officers there, and they had the body cam, and the body cams were activated. So to me, I saw some parallels with the Alexi Treviso case, because remember in the Alexi Treviso case, her defense team was trying to throw out anything of like, you know how like there was a body cam that we saw, and then it was somehow like disseminated all over the internet. And so her defense was like, well, this is violating HIPAA. Remember the mom was saying that, oh, this is violating HIPAA. Like, why are there police showing up there with their body cams on, and we're in like the hospital setting, blah, blah, blah. So in Chad Dorman's case, it seems like his murder confession is being tossed out. But I mean, this guy is guilty as heck. So he's gonna have this trial like in a couple of months. Hi, Moondog. How are you doing today? I hate the company Uber. They went through a wrecking ball through the taxi business back when I was a cabbie. I had to follow the rules and regulations all while they brazenly broke the laws for years. Do they still have Uber in Germany? I know like there are some places that try to ban Uber, or like I think what's the other one called, Lyft? But then they brought them back. Like in Vegas, for example, there was a time where they banned Uber and they banned Lyft, and then they brought it back. So I don't know. I feel like depending on where you're at, a lot of places have been banning them, and they brought them back. And then I don't know. It's like back and forth, back and forth. But I mean, I don't like rideshare because I just hate having someone drive me. But I could see why, because like when I used to take taxis back in the day, like no offense, like taxis like in the US are just garbage. It's like you would leave stuff there. You would never get your stuff back. I don't know. It's just like bad service, rude. I always hated taxis. And then waiting for them to show up. Sometimes they don't show up. You have to call them. So I'm all about the Uber and the Lyft, but I personally do not take them myself because I don't like having someone drive me. I have issues. Okay, I have car sickness. If your car stinks, I don't like it. If you're a bad driver, I don't like it. Did I tell you guys this one time? I live in LA. I had to go to a doctor's appointment, and I get car sick, so I have to sit in the front, and that's usually an issue with a lot of like fucking Uber drivers. Like, or I say not a lot. I would say maybe 20%. Okay, I'm exaggerating here, but I remember I called an Uber, and the guy shows up. And I look in the front and I see there's like a pillow with like a little dog and this whole like dog station set up in the front. And I was like, oh, I get car sick. Can I sit in the front? And he's like, oh, my dog is sitting here. And I was like, yeah, but I get car sick. But he's like, oh, my dog is sitting here. I'm like, why the fuck do you have your dog with you on your fucking I don't know. It was so weird. I was like, God, only in LA. But I was like, okay, I guess I'll sit in the fucking back, and if I can throw up, it's not my fault, okay? But anyways, sorry, that was quite of a rant there. Yeah. Uber was finally forced to follow the law, but so many years they got away with like so many insane level like criminality shit. I don't trust ride sharing. Always get a taxi cab. Yes, I'm older, but way safer. I don't know, man. I like how with Ubers and with Lyfts, if you forget something, you can just like contact them immediately, and then sometimes you can meet up with them or they bring it back and give it to you. I like the rating system because I feel like they actually try, you know, because they want to have the good ratings and all that stuff. I don't know. But I think it depends on what area you live in. Like for me, taxis, no. But I think people still use taxis if they live in, for example, like maybe New York City, where there's like taxis everywhere. I know when I was in Japan, I took taxis everywhere. And then also if you're in, what's the other one? I think like in Vegas too, people still take taxis. So it depends on like what area you're in. If it's like in an area where it's like super busy, there's taxis everywhere, why not? But if you're in an area where like there's barely any taxis and they got to come over to you and all that stuff, I don't know, sometimes like all that is just kind of annoying. Hello, hola, how are you doing today? All right, guys, I just want to watch this really quick, and then we're gonna get into Charlie's cross-examination. We watched part 1 already a couple days ago, and I forgot to upload it on YouTube. Oh my god, I'm so sorry, I completely forgot. Oh, horrible streamer. Okay, so I just want to see what's going on here. We're not gonna listen to it in its entirety. I'm just gonna kind of jump around a little bit, but I just want to be caught up with this because this guy's trial is supposed to be this year, and I think it's going to be in like 3 or 4 months. Oh gosh. Oh, and then also ALR. Because I get really paranoid, so if I ever get in an Uber or Lyft, I always share my ride with someone else so they can track me and see where I am. So if I get kidnapped or anything, you know, they can know like what area I'm going to be in and where they can find my dead corpse. Okay. All right, y'all. Let's do this.
I'm Julie Grant. We have some brand new developments in the case of an Ohio father accused of murdering his 3 young sons. A judge has ruled that Chad Dorman's confession that he allegedly gave during his interrogation will be thrown out. On Friday, the judge ruled that the defendant's rights were violated twice when police skipped parts of the Miranda warnings and when detectives continued questioning Chad Dorman after he asked for an attorney. Dorman could face the death penalty if he is convicted, and his case is scheduled to go to trial in July. But now with this recent ruling, that could change. This is big, big news and could really be key to this case. Let me bring in our guest. I have with me retired deputy.
Oh, is that it? Oh, okay. Hold on. What is this part right here? Oh, this is just like a recap. Okay. I guess that's all I wanted to hear, really. Yeah, that's all I wanted to hear. Damn, that's wild.
Inspector with the NYPD, Corey Pegues, and attorney Tommy Pope, retired SLED agent and former prosecuting attorney in South Carolina. Oh my, we had a guy who stayed put after his 3 sons were shot to death, and police said he confessed. He told us all about what he did, and now the jury's not going to hear any of it. And the reason, the judge has found the police really messed this up. I want to get your reactions on that.
Oh man, I want to listen to the confession because we didn't hear the confession. We only saw the part where the police confronted him and he surrendered. And he was like, oh, don't worry. I'm not going to hurt you. I'm not going to hurt you. And then there was a dog that was barking and he was like yelling at the dog. And like, it was like, you're telling policemen that you're not going to hurt them when you just hurt your 3 very young sons. I don't know. People are fucking wild.
Have served, and we thank you for your service, respectively, in law enforcement, how they bungled this. And now one of the best pieces of evidence against this guy, boop, has gone out of the trial. Corey.
Sad, despicable, horrifying. Yep. This guy allegedly.
I mean, okay, so we at least have 2 witnesses, though, because his teenage daughter witnessed this, and then also his, well, I'm assuming now ex-wife witnessed this as well. And then I know there were people that were like driving by and they saw like some of the commotion, but I don't think they actually saw him running around, maybe gunning down his own children.
He murdered those 3 babies, with one of them running out the house from the first shooting. Right. And they get to toss all of this information out. Yep. This is almost Tommy agrees. This is like policing 101.
Isn't this horrible?
This is horrible. But again, you know, for me coming from big city policing, I look at it and say, this is small town policing. Everyone knows the clock stops. They ask for a lawyer, the clock stops. Yep. You read them their Mirandas, if they want to hit them or not. You read them anyway. You just read them all the time. This is policing 101.
Thank you.
I would love to see, Tommy would agree, who was interviewing him? And when I say that, like, how much time did this person have on the job?
Oh, yeah. We got a clip of the guy doing the interviewing. Let's look at it.
Is it a rookie, Tommy? You understand?
You know,
a rookie detective?
That's a good question. His last name is Ross. Let's roll that clip now where he's talking about how he thought that defendant Chad Dorman was playing games. Let's take a look.
Wait, the camera.
Everybody knows, we trust, except perhaps for the detectives involved, that when a custodial interrogation is underway and the suspect clearly says, I want a lawyer, that isn't the start of a test. That isn't the start of an officer's an invitation to a detective. to quiz about name, rank, and serial number of a lawyer. That's the time they stop. They stop, get up, and go. That's what they should have done. That happened within about 5 minutes of the interrogation. 45 minutes goes by. He asks again, where's the lawyer? And at that point, he is again ignored. If he had the wherewithal, as the state asserts, to know his situation, to know where he was, to assure officers he posed them no risk, and likewise, he had the wherewithal to clearly say, I want a lawyer.
Wait, police skip parts of the Miranda rights and continue to, oh man, I wonder if it's because like they probably came across a scene that was like super fucking like horrible. I don't know. Maybe they were just fucking bloodthirsty, you know? And then they were just not thinking correctly, following protocol or some shit like that. It's not good. Obviously not good, because then shit like this will happen, right? Yikes.
Period.
What do you understand you're supposed to do when a suspect who's in custody clearly asks for a lawyer?
If they clearly ask for a lawyer,
Yeah.
which I've done on other cases, on other homicide cases.
Oh, that's a detective right there. I mean, does he look like a newbie detective to you? It could be that maybe he joined the enforcement like a little bit later in life, but I mean, I was expecting maybe like a young guy, you know, who's like not really good at his job yet, but
They clearly ask for a lawyer. I stopped questioning them,
Right.
which I've done before.
stopped
In this
questioning.
case, he did not clearly say he wanted a lawyer.
Hi, Rain.
But you said that
Crap, and we're never going to see this confession. Oh, I want to watch it so bad. All good and all around here. We're doing okay. Yeah, we're just hanging out Monday, true crime stuff, you know?
you tried to clarify it with him. That's what you're saying these questions you asked him about. Whether he had a lawyer or not were designed to do.
I did try to explore that and clarify his comments, but he continued playing games with me.
Okay, Tommy Puppy saying every other homicide case he knows to stop, but in this one, it was gameplay. This one with 3 dead kids. He thought, let's not be cautious, let's push, as this guy is unsure of what he wants. Your reaction, please, Tommy.
And you know what? I was in parts of the hearing. I don't think they ever played his confession during the hearing. I don't think they did. Ugh, I would love to have seen it.
I think you pointed out the issue. I think, and again, as Corey said, I don't know this guy's experience. It sounded like he has previous experience. I think the emotion of the horror of this case, of the nature of the deaths of those children, overtook this officer's emotions. In other words, instead of just, you have to be cool under fire. No matter the nature of the case, I've had it in death penalty cases. You can't threaten somebody with the death penalty. And I've had officers that are so angry about the circumstances of the murder that they'll, allude to the death penalty and getting it off your chest and all the police tactics. But ultimately, they take it too far. My guess is here, this was a horror like that officer had never seen. I can tell you, child deaths are worse than anything we deal with in law enforcement. And I think probably what happened is they tried to gild the lily, because I'm not sure ultimately this is going to change the verdict. You and I.
Right, because I mean, they still caught him at the scene. There's 2 other eyewitnesses. So, I mean, like, at first I was like, maybe it'll be hard to get a DP on this. You have not his confession, but I don't know. Doesn't seem so.
Talked before about death penalty cases. You need a solid penalty before you can a solid guilt before you can get to the penalty. I don't think it's going to change it because of the nature of the facts and circumstances. I think he let his emotions overtake him.
Yeah, this is really messed up. I mean, it also makes me wonder if it will have any effect on what the jury finds. If the defendant goes for some kind of a mental health related defense. Tommy, I keep thinking with this confession taken out, what kind of statements was he making? Was he in his right mind when he sat down and talked to police? And it's just like that. It's just, like I said, Poofy, the case just changed in an instant with the judge's ruling. I want to go back to that horrific day where we know that there were a couple 911 calls.
They tried to circumvent the system by getting a confession first. From what it appears, he failed to read the Miranda because he wasn't objective in the wrong place at the wrong time. Yeah, I think the detective was just pushing really fucking hard because he was probably getting really emotional. I don't know. Like, you gotta chill the fuck out, okay? Because then shit like this happens,
that were placed. I've got one of them now. Let's take a listen.
I know. Those officers were nice and controlled themselves after seeing those poor babies. I couldn't handle it. I definitely wouldn't be able to play nice in the situation. Yeah. So it's possible that I think those are responding officers. And I think the detective probably came on the scene afterwards and then took over the case.
Can you tell how many people have been shot?
I think 2 children.
Okay. All right. What was
That I've seen.
There's a girl running down the street saying that her stepfather is killing everyone in her family.
And what did the female say to you?
And she says that her stepfather is killing everybody in her house. I did. I'm on the phone with them right now.
Did you say how or what was happening?
I asked her to get in the car with me, and she said she couldn't leave her family.
Okay, and
these
thank
people are so
goodness, we
gross.
still have this evidence, right? The child who survived, the stepdaughter who witnessed this. Corey, your thoughts, please.
That's heart-wrenching. Just imagine that. She says, my stepfather was killing everybody in the house. She offered to for her to get in the car, and the girl was like, I can't leave my family. That's heart-wrenching. That's going to really move the jury. Let me get back to what Tommy said, though. Spot on. Police officers got to keep their emotions out of the interrogation.
I wonder if there's been red flags throughout the relationship, and then it was just ignored, or they were just trying to cope with it. Like, I don't know, man. Like, I don't know. If you ever remarry someone and you already have kids, like, please be careful who you're remarrying. There are red flags. Like, think of your kids first. I don't know. Like, I'm not blaming the mom or anything, but there are some situations. I think it's because I'm so warped up in this whole the Madeline Soto case right now, where I'm just like there's just so many questions that I have. I don't know. I feel like my mind's like a little bit warped right now. But I don't know, if you ever fucking remarry and you have kids, just like think of your kids first and just be really fucking careful who you're being with. I know there are some women out there who don't want to be lonely and they don't want to raise their kids alone, but like, I don't know, think about your kids.
Just do your job.
Yeah. You know, and I'm sure it is so hard. I could never do the job that you both
Yeah, I'm still triggered by the Madeline Soto stuff. Oh, God.
have done. Never could. Have the utmost respect for everyone, all of the men and women who serve in law enforcement. I say all the time, it's the toughest job in the world.
And then I don't think her autopsy report came back yet. Yeah, the Madeline Soto case is just so terrible. Yeah, I don't know. I have so many. I know the mom has a lawyer right now, but I wouldn't think it's like unusual for the mom to lawyer up, at least at this point. But I just have a lot of fucking questions. Oh, hello, Obama. You don't die. How's it going?
I will say this, though, and I can speak from the experience of someone who was an ADA. When your police bungle something on a case and you're left to deal with their mess, it is aggravating. And when you think about, right, like when you mess up the Miranda warnings, like something that, I mean, like kids in grade school know the Miranda warnings, don't they, Corey? I mean, this is really bad.
Even listen to what the detective said, Tommy.
I only knew the Miranda warnings because I watched Law and Order, okay? You go get them, Olivia.
I wasn't clear on what he was saying. That right there. Even if you're not clear, stop. If you even think that they alluded to a lawyer, stop.
Exactly.
And where was, like, I know when we do investigations or...
There are always almost red flags, but there are many that are incapable of acknowledging them and reacting accordingly. My theory is that there are some people that just don't go through like certain traumas. Like for me, I'm like, my eyes and ears are open for the fucking red flags, okay? Because I've been through like so much shit. And there are people who generally have not gone through like the trauma that like some of us have. And that's why they don't really, their eyes aren't really like as keen to those red flags. Like I feel like, for example, like Dennis, I think he's like a pretty well-adjusted person. He barely has red flags because he like usually trusts everyone. He has like healthy relationships with like people and all that stuff. But for me, I'm like ding, 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 ding. Like I always have red flags going off. So I think it really depends on your like life experience. So sometimes if you like grew up, you know, in a very like healthy, happy family, you never dealt with like, you know, a lot of like backstabbers or crazy people or like traumatic shit, like severely traumatic shit. Sometimes, you know, it's really hard to see these red flags because you're like, you know, you never really seen them before when you're younger, especially. You haven't had the chance to like really learn and kind of like go through it. So I can see why there are some people who like don't see red flags, right? But like there are some red flags where it's like you fucking know, but you're just ignoring it because you only care about your own happiness. You don't care about your kids. Blah, 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 blah. Okay, so I can go about this shit forever.
We're interrogating. There's usually a boss outside or nearby, Tommy, watching us interrogate. It's a triple homicide. There's nobody else to tell him, hey, Joey.
Great point.
Oh, yeah. Was he the only detective that was doing the questioning? Where's the other detective? Why did they chime in?
Stop.
Great point.
Small town policing. I promise you that.
Yeah.
Hey, hold on a second. What do you say?
Watching us interrogate. It's a triple homicide. There's nobody else to tell him, hey, Joey.
Great point.
Stop.
Great point.
Small town policing. I promise you that.
Yeah. Tommy, your thoughts on this? I saw you nodding as Corey was speaking.
Well, I was thinking what Corey said. You'd normally have a partner. I always, even if I tried a case, even if I was the senior prosecutor, I'd have one of my new folks, somebody that's outside the bubble of what's going on. Because there's been times that I let my emotions get the best of me in the courtroom, and I might accidentally open a door on something we got ruled out. I remember I got frustrated with the psychology, you know, and I said, well, why would she say that? Which is the dumbest question, you know, you could ever ask, an open-ended question. And my my co-counsel dropped a book on the floor to snap me out of it to make me go back to the table to get me there. So that's what you want. It's almost somebody saved me from myself. And I think.
Okay, well, that's this. I just want to see what the update was. All right, they're throwing out his confession. I don't know. His trial is still scheduled for July, at least that I know of, unless they change something. Hi, Kiki. How are you doing today? Hello. How's it going? Oh, my gosh. Okay, sorry. Oh, my God. This was... I saw this morning. I actually might do a quick little short about it, but this is so sad. I mean, I guess there was like justice after all at the end. There's this man and woman that were sentenced to death, and it happened recently. I think, was it recently in China? I think it happened recently in China. So like, here's the story. Man was with his wife. Okay. They were together. They had 2 kids together. Man was cheating on his fucking wife with a mistress. And then he leaves his wife for the mistress. But the mistress was like, no. We can't have your baggage. We can't have your past. So the mistress convinces the husband to murder his 2 young kids. They're like 1 and 2 years old. And you know how he does it? He has custody. This is like I've read from like 2 articles, and I feel like there's not a lot of information, but it was in China. So he has custody of the son, and I think the wife has custody of the daughter. And so he was like, hey, wife, ex-wife, like, let me take care of the daughter for the day, like have her come over, we'll take care of her, blah, blah, blah. And the wife is like, okay, yeah, sure, And so he takes care of the daughter, and the son's already like, there. And he fucking just like throws him off the balcony, like 15th floor. And he did it because of the fucking mistress. Like, it's so wild to me how 2 crazy people can just come together. Like, I guess like maybe shitty people attract other shitty people or something like that. But he throws his 2 children off the balcony, and then he tries to pretend he was sleeping. Why? So like, I think like, of course, neighbors were all like screaming and waking up, and then they're all screaming and like, what the hell is going on here? And he like pretends to wake up like, oh my God, I don't know what happened. It was an accident. And then he throws this like whole like fake ass like crying fit thing where he's like upset and shit. But then we find out that it was the mistress and him behind all this. And I'm just like, wait, this makes no fucking sense. But then again, I don't live in China. I have to ask my Chinese friend. Maybe in China, it's like really hard to just have your wife have full custody of your children. Like, I don't fucking know. Because I was just like, wait a second. If the mistress didn't want to deal with the kid or any of the kids, just have the wife have full custody and maybe she'll fuck off. I don't know. It's like so weird to me. Maybe they were going to go after the wife next. I don't know. It was like so mind boggling. Or maybe she's like the jealous type, the mistress, right? Maybe she's the jealous type and she's like, oh, I don't want you to have any associations of your past. I don't want them to be here. Like, I don't know. It's like so crazy. And I looked up their picture as well. They look like generally like, just like young people. Let me look them up. Fuck, what was his name again? Oh my God. It was so infuriating. Oh my God. These 2 motherfuckers right here. These 2 guys. I might do a short about this. I've been doing, like shorts on YouTube and TikTok. These 2. This is the husband. This is the mistress. Right? Zhang Bo and his girlfriend. Yeah. Like, can you imagine? So imagine being the woman who lost her 2 kids, right? You have this piece of shit husband. He cheats on you, leaves you for this fucking mistress. And then this mistress is a piece of shit who gets him. I mean, I'm like, maybe they were plotting together, but they were saying that she was the one who was like, oh, hey, like, you have to kill your 2 kids. And he fucking agrees to it. I don't understand. It's so horrible. Hi, Michelle. How are you doing today? Hello. Do you think the mistress explicitly said it or suggested and he interpreted like that? I don't have a lot of information about this because this is in China and I know like their court stuff. I think they used to have their stuff be transparent to like Americans, but I think they like, they were like, no. We don't want anyone else getting into our system. I'm like, come on. I wish I could. It's only been like news has been reporting this. I did see someone in the comment section say that the mistress, I don't know if it's true or not, but the mistress apparently threatened to harm herself and say that like, oh, if he didn't kill his 2 kids, then she was going to hurt herself. It's like, okay, bitch, bye. Go ahead. Do it. Bye. Well, I did 400 hours to be an advanced yoga instructor, 500 hours. A cop in the U.S. gets an average of around 500-hour training, whereas in countries in Germany... Wait, hold on. 500 hours in training? I guess how many days is that? 500 hours? I can't comprehend that. Can we break that down to days? It's like six months or something, right? Hi, Nicole. How are you doing today? Oh, no. I wish I wasn't on last Charlie Live. I was literally doing a factory reset on my phone, so I had to rewatch. Still Googling how to factory reset. I still struggle to do it. Wait, why are we factory resetting your phone, Nicole? My red flags are going off right now. Hi, Erica. How are you doing today? How's it going? Yeah, these 2, they're pieces of shits. But, oh, they died. Oh, was it this week or last week? Oh, no, sorry. This is back in January. Okay, this is like a month or 2 ago. But yeah, goodbye. So sad. Like, these are the 2 kids. Like, I don't understand. Why not just let the wife take over or the ex-wife take over? And is this a video? There's a video of him like pretending to like be really upset and crying, like, when his children were found dead. But it's like, you did it. But I wonder how they caught him though. I mean, I guess maybe China's probably like Korea, right? Where they have like those like CCTV footages everywhere. It's like, good luck committing a crime here. We got cameras everywhere, especially if you're in the city, right? Oh, hi, Neko. How are you doing today? Hello, I'm finally on time. Hi, Corgi. Hello. But yeah, I don't know. I was getting stressed out. Sorry, guys. I'm like spreading my stress to you guys. But anyways, we were talking about some Sa who factory reset his phone. Oh, yes. I did like a short about it on YouTube. Did I already post it on YouTube? Yeah, I think I did. Yeah. So this stepfather, he claims to have accidentally factory reset his phone the day his stepdaughter went missing. So his stepdaughter went missing. He was the last person to have seen the stepdaughter alive because he said that he dropped her off at school in the morning. But he was like, no, I didn't drop her off at school. I actually dropped her off at the church, which is like near the school. But then I looked it up on Google Maps. It wasn't even near the school. It was like, you gotta like, it's kind of far. Like you don't even see the school within sight. It was like a really weird area. Like why would you drop off your kids at the church? It's not even like super close to the school. But anyway, so police brought him in for questioning and they were like, hey, like, do you mind if we like look at your phone? He's like, yeah, sure, take a look at my phone. Oh, but by the way, I actually factory reset my phone. And of course the police like red flags, you know, like okay. Yeah, it was back in February. It popped on my YouTube today, and I was looking it up. Oh man. Anyway, so yeah, that's the case that's pending right now. His stepdaughter was found eventually on March 1st, but I think we're still waiting to hear about her cause of death and all that stuff. But I don't know, it's gonna be so sad. I don't know. It's like super sad. They charge him with like 60 counts of like a bunch of stuff, 60 counts. And then when I went through the charges, like, I don't know, it's like pretty graphic and all that stuff. So it's super sad. But yeah, I don't know. I'm just waiting to see how that case goes. They do have his trial date set so far, but it's not for murder. They haven't charged him for murder yet because, you know, they're probably still investigating. But they have him charges on these 60 counts, and that's supposed to happen in a couple of months. But I think it's not. Oh, I think in May, but it's probably not going to happen because I'm sure they'll probably get him for murder, and that'll probably be like another, like, I don't know, 2 or 3 years or something like that. So I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, how was your guys' weekend? How are you guys doing today? Are you guys having a good Monday? I'm so happy that there's daylight savings. I feel like, there's so much more to do in my day. Hi, Ink. How are you doing today? I don't know. I feel like before I thought daylight savings didn't really mean shit to me because I was like, I stay inside anyways, like whatever. But like, I don't know. It's been so nice to have extra daylight and staying out till 7 and 8 p.m. and it's so daylight outside. And it makes it easier to bring Shira out. It's getting cold again here. Oh, Richie, do you live like on the other side of the world from me? I know right now we're slowly approaching our spring and summer, but I think if you're in Australia area on the other side of the world, I think it's about to be winter season for you guys, right? Because the only reason why I know about this is because I always thought it was so confusing that Christmas in Australia is like super hot. It's like summertime. But I live in LA now, so it's kind of the same over here, I guess. All right, y'all, let's start with, we start with a bunch of stuff, but let's finish up with Charlie Adelson. Now, Charlie Adelson, his trial already happened. He was already found guilty now, but, you know, we never know. He's going to probably file for an appeal. I don't know if they did already yet or not. I'm sure they did. It's already been 6 months, right? Yeah, 6 or 5 months. So probably filing for an appeal. Is he going to get it? Oh, man, I doubt it, unless there's like some technicality or something like that. But they're after his mom right now, Donna Adelson. She's been arrested. She has her trial set for, I think, like the fall season. And then who knows? Maybe Wendy Adelson will be next. Wendy Adelson is the sister, and she is the wife of the ex-wife of the ex-wife of the man that was murdered. Wait, Texas? Wait, what? It's been hot and it's cold lately? Wait, where do you live in Texas? Or you don't have to tell me if you don't want to. But my sister, she's in Texas as well. She said that the weather was really nice a couple weeks ago, but now it's been raining a lot. It snowed today and it's already March. Listen, I used to live in the East Coast and I don't know, the weather is wild on the East Coast, okay? Sometimes you have like 80 degrees weather and then like a week later it starts snowing and then it starts raining a crap ton. Like, I don't know, it's confusing. I'm so glad that where I live right now, the weather is just super chill. Like, I've been loving it. I did gardening all Saturday and it was super nice. All right, y'all. Whew. Houston. Oh no, I don't like Houston. I went to Houston. Well, it's my fault though. We went to Houston in August and I was drowning. I was drowning in Houston. It was so humid. It was hot. I was dying. And oh boy, yeah, it was just yeehaw your way out of the cold. Yeah, yeehaw. Oh gosh. But anyways, I started off my garden stuff, so I'm super excited for the progress, and I'll show you guys. Hopefully the birds don't eat all the seeds that I planted. These birds are fucking vicious. Okay. Have y'all seen the trial of Georgia Kappelman, of a gorgeous girl who was killed in a drug deal gone wrong? Watching it, I was like, yo, go Georgia, go get him, girl. Wait, who was killed in the drug deal gone wrong? Wait, was it a couple, Nicole? Was it a couple? The only one that I know recently it was like a drug deal gone wrong. It was, they were both really young. It was a couple. It was like a girl who's like in her teenage. She's pregnant. She's dating a fucking drug dealer. By the way, don't date drug dealers, okay? They're fucking losers, all right? Losers. But yeah, she was dating a drug dealer, and then shit went down where I think the drug dealer killed the two of them, and then got his dad involved and tried to get his mom involved too. And I think they were, at least him and the dad were arrested. I'm not quite sure if they went after the mom. Is that the same case, or is that something different? It's humid, a different type of hot here. Yeah, it reminds me of Thailand. I can't deal with that. It's too much. All right, I think we're at this halfway point right here. We have another hour. Let's listen. Hopefully the audio, I think the audio should be good.
Are you mad that Wendy hasn't been charged and you have?
No, I'm mad that I got charged for a crime that I didn't commit.
Do you have any innate anger with Wendy over that fact?
No, not at all.
Are you pissed that she told all that stuff to Jeff Lacoste?
I don't think...
Are you pissed that she brought up your name in the police interrogation multiple times, your parents' names multiple times? Wendy was a snitch here, okay? He acting like he's not mad at Wendy. You lying. Hey, Morden, how are you doing today?
No, not at all.
Are you pissed that she told all that stuff to Jeff Lacoste?
I don't think she said that to Jeff, but I wasn't there.
How did Lacoste know about the celebration dinner?
That we went out to dinner. She got sick, so she may have told someone that she threw up.
And then what, he just added the part about you referring to it as a celebration?
I never referred to it as a celebration dinner. I picked my sister up. I said, where do you want to go to eat? She said she wanted pizza or sushi. I said, I know a great sushi place. We went there. We didn't have reservations. We ended up sitting at the bar for an hour.
Wait, is this where she threw up? Because I want to know the story about the throwing up at the dinner thing. Like, what's the story on that? What's the background story?
We're waiting for our table, and she had 2 drinks and got sick.
Oh, the lawyer kind of sounds like Sandra Bullock. Wait, no, I do hear it. Yes, I do hear it.
I said, I know a great sushi place. We went there. We didn't have reservations. We ended up sitting at the bar for an hour waiting for our table, and she had 2 drinks and got sick.
She vomited on the dinner table. Or at the dinner table.
Yeah, she got her to the bathroom. But yeah, she doesn't drink alcohol. So those 2 drinks, and I think on an empty stomach, I think she got really sick. But there was no celebration dinner. It was the first time that she actually really left the house since she got...
Okay, so they're calling it celebration dinner. I believe this was weeks after Dan Markel was murdered. This was after Wendy had up and left Fort Lauderdale, brought her 2 kids closer to Miami where her family, where the rest of her family, is it family is or family are? Where the rest of her family is? Guys, I always fuck this shit up. Is it family is or family are? Listen, I'm an Esau kid, okay? Grammar, I'm hard with grammar. Hi, Booty, how are you doing today? How's it going? Oh, okay. Piss is objective. How to tell somebody if they are pissed or not. Not completely sure, but apparently Charlie told a graphic. I heard about that, but I don't know if that's true. I heard that was the rumor, but I don't know where that's verified. So Tuco on Twitch says, not completely sure, but apparently Charlie told a graphic joke about how Dan looked after he got shot. I don't know if it's true or not, though. Family is, right? Not family are. Family is, because family is considered like a, even though within family, it's plural because, okay, family is singular because it's family, right? Even though it encompasses not just one person. I almost got it mixed up. Hi, Christine. How are you doing today? I'm an ESOL student. That's my excuse. Oh, gosh. Okay.
Really sick, but there was no celebration dinner. It was the first time that she actually really left the house since she got back from Tallahassee. She was devastated.
Did you?
Oh, that's right. Okay, so they're calling it a celebration dinner. Sorry, I don't know if I got interrupted or not. But they call it a celebration dinner, and people are like, "Oh, like what were you celebrating? Were you celebrating that y'all got away with Dan Markel's murder?" So a lot of people were kind of like side-eyeing this one, you know.
That She actually really left the house since she got back from Tallahassee. She was devastated.
Did you say something to her about the murder of Dan Markell right before she vomited?
Absolutely not.
Do you remember what you said right before she vomited?
She was I think she said, "I don't feel well." And I said, "Oh no," and then she threw up.
Before that?
No, I think I said, "Oh no," and then she threw up.
Before she announced that she was going to be ill.
Right.
Do you remember what the conversation was?
Just how's the food? How's your? I mean, we were probably about halfway through dinner. If you look at the timetable, we weren't there long.
Why did you brag to Jeffrey Lacoste about your connection to the Cuban criminal element?
Never.
Does anyone know who else was at the dinner? Because Charlie's making it seem like it was just him and Wendy. There must have been someone else at the dinner that may have told Georgia or like investigators, like, "Oh, hey, you know, Charlie was making a comment about this." Was there anyone else at the dinner? No. Listen, I get really queasy with vomit shit, okay? Ugh. Shut up.
Why did you brag to Jeffrey Lacoste about your connection to the Cuban criminal element?
Never.
He's
said
a
that to
loser.
Jeffrey Lacoste.
So he's making that up?
If he said it, I never said it.
Well, you were in here when he said it, weren't you?
I heard him say it, yeah, but I never said that to him.
Hi, Caitlin.
On one of these calls, and it's in the context of talking about Dave and Wendy's relationship with Dave, you tell your mom that you've already gone above and beyond for Wendy. Was that a reference to having her ex murdered?
No, that's me getting tired of this Dave stuff. I mean, Dave's a great guy. I mean,
Who the fuck is Dave? Oh, is Dave another guy that Wendy was dating? Was this after Jeff Lacoste, I guess? Or is Dave the guy that... Remember how Jeff Lacoste said that while he was in a relationship with Wendy, he always had an inkling that she was cheating on him and that she was being very dishonest about who she may have been dating, maybe seeing other people and all that stuff. What's his name, Dave? Or is Dave just a completely different person? Oh, yeah, by the way, yeah, happy St. Patrick's Day, y'all. I didn't wear green yesterday, but I gave Shiro, he's wearing the little Krispy Kreme green bandana. He still has it on right now. Oh, you're on crutches. Oh, I hope you feel better. How long does he be in crutches for? Do you have like a cast and all that stuff? I hear cast sucks because it gets really itchy and, oh, God. I can't imagine.
everyone who meets him likes him.
Murdered?
No, that's me getting tired of this Dave stuff. I mean, Dave's a great guy. I mean, everyone who meets him likes him. He's not only super successful, but he's very low-key, like t-shirts and jeans kind of guy. And he loves my sister's kids. I mean, if you listen to The Wire, the point I was making is not how successful he is. The point I was making is that my nephews farted on him, and he thought it was funny and didn't bother him. And he also has 3 young kids, the same ages as my sister's 2 young kids. They actually met in line when my sister was registering the kids for school. And it was they've been friends for years. So I thought it was a great opportunity for my sister to have a great guy in her life. And I was getting sick and tired of Dave calls. And The Wire started in April. My sister's birthday's in April. Dave's birthday's in April.
Yeah, see, like, I get what he's doing here. He's trying to be likable. He's trying to be funny. He's trying to be really chill and cavalier about this whole thing. But, I mean, from the jury's perspective is like, motherfucker, you're like up there because you're accused of hiring people to murder one of your ex-family members. And then you're kind of just up there like, I don't know, just being super chill about it. I don't know. To me, I would just be like, I'm super sus of you.
So you got a ton of Dave chatter on this case. But believe me, I'd go crazy if I was talking about Dave like this all year long.
Yeah, because I feel like a lot of master manipulators are just like, I don't know, it's like within their personality, like it's like flawless, right? They get people to do what they want. They're able to convince people. Like you saw how he was working fucking, what was her name? The Filipino chick, Catherine McBanwell, right? You saw how he was working her, okay? And she's like, oh yeah. Like, and he completely had like control of the situation, control the conversation. It was when he was trying to get her to, it was after the bump. After the bump, he met up with Catherine McBanwell, and he was like, hey, like, I want you to do this. I want you to go to those 2 hitmen, and I want you to tell them, you know, ask the family or something like that. Like, if it was them that, fuck, what was it again? It was like something super specific. But then he's like, but don't make it seem like it's coming from me. Make it seem like, you know, you're asking because you heard it from your friend, but not us. Like, and she was like, okay. Like, he was completely, like, manipulating her, and she's just so stupid to go along with it. Oh, yoy. Like, I feel like people like this are so good at sniffing out other people who are just kind of like, what's a nice word to say? I don't want to say brain dead, but like how like you find someone that like that's weak, and then you're like, okay, I can manipulate them, I can control them. I feel like these type of people, they're so good at finding people like that, and that's why they get other people to fall for their fucking charm and all that shit. Like, I don't know, I kind of want to see. There's this another woman that testified who was like one of his ex-girlfriends. I think she's Thai. June, when June went up there and testified, when she was done with the testimony, I saw the ending where she was like, oh, hi, Charlie, as if she was like still under her spell or something like that. I don't know. I kind of want to see June's testimony. I wouldn't be surprised if she was still in all of this guy, even though they probably weren't together for the past couple years or something like that. And even though she's up there testifying because he's accused of murder, I don't know. Like, she went up there, she came off and she's like, oh, hey, Charlie. Like, I don't know. They were so like waving at each other, smiling.
So that's a no. You did not reference having her ex murdered?
Absolutely not.
When you said
No.
you've already gone above and beyond?
No, that was me getting sick of dealing with the Dave stuff. As great as the guy as he is, I was still getting sick of it.
When the $1 million offer was conceived, do you recall whose idea that was?
My parents.
Why was the relocation worth $1 million?
Well, it was actually I was going to pay a third, so I only looked at it as that way. Why was it worth it?
That's the question.
Because it was going to help my sister out, and it was going to be
I think it's funny how they were going to pay Dan Markel like $1 million so Wendy can leave him and move to Miami. And Charlie said he was going to pay a third of $1 million, okay? What's funny is that from his perspective, he's saying that like, oh, these people were trying to blackmail me. They were trying to blackmail me for, what was it again? It was like a quarter. Was it a quarter or a third of $1 million? I don't know. I feel like if you're blackmailing someone, you just be like, oh, $1 million, $1 million. Instead of being like, oh no, I only want like a third of $1 million or a quarter of $1 million. Like, you would just be like, hey, just give me $1 million. This guy's rich.
It was going to give her a good opportunity for a good job down here, and she was going to be around family, and family's important, so that's why.
Isn't it true that financially you came out ahead on this deal as opposed to if you had coughed up the third of the $1 million offer?
How in the world did I come up ahead? This is the craziest
Financially,
thing.
you paid $138,000, then you paid $2,000 a month plus the $1,000.
Okay, sorry, $130,000. But didn't they say that they want? Oh, it was $250,000. Sorry, it was $250,000 or something like that.
$1,000 payroll amount. You're still about over $100,000 ahead financially than if you had coughed up the $333K.
No, I would have been better off paying. And first of all, I never paid for murders. This is a crazy question, but paying $3,000 a month for life is not anything anybody wants to do.
I didn't say anything about paying for a murder. I said you paid $138,000, which you did.
I got extorted for $330,000.
And then you paid.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, he was extorted for $330,000, which is pretty much almost a third. Almost.
But you didn't pay the $330,000.
Right, because I didn't have it. I had to clear out my safe, and that was what was in my safe that night.
All right. Can we agree that Wendy was stressed out about the issues surrounding her divorce?
I think the divorce caused stress in her life, yes.
And I don't know I don't understand how he thinks people are going to believe this, right? Or why he thought people was going to believe this, because if you're a hitman, if you're extorting someone, hey, I just want a third of $1 million. What a weird number to say, a third of $1 million. I feel like he's been coached by his legal team. I think he was severely coached by his mama. His mama. I think he had some practice with his mom, getting their timelines right. I don't know, maybe the dad was involved, perhaps.
All right. Can we agree that Wendy was stressed out about the issues surrounding her divorce?
I think the divorce caused stress in her life, yes.
And you were hearing about it from your mother, weren't you?
Yeah, I would hear.
Wendy's totally stressed out. Yesterday was a rough one, that sort of thing.
Yeah, I said it before. My sister would tell my mom a story. I'd be sitting in the car driving. My mom would be talking to me and telling me the latest story of the day. And that's how I found out a lot.
And then on 2/19 of 14, Donna texts you again to tread lightly with Wendy and refers to Dan Markel as an asshole and a fucker, right?
Sorry. You made me laugh. Sorry.
That's what I'm here for. Is that what happened? That text?
Did my mom use a foul word to describe him?
Yes, sir. Asshole and fucker, to be specific.
Sorry. She used a curse word, correct.
Is that pretty strong language for your mom, or is that how she speaks?
I mean, it is pretty strong language, but I think I've been called a lot worse.
No, not Bill Murray. He's already guilty. He's probably gonna file for an appeal that's probably pending or some shit right now. Hey, we have had some dumb as fuck hitmen, cousin Eddie. Listen, I think the moron in that situation, I honestly think Murdoch was more of a moron than cousin Eddie. All right. I didn't notice during the trial, but his left eye, this one right here. I don't know, maybe some eyeshadow or something like that. Stress, couldn't sleep, any of that stuff. Charlie is delusional. Him and his mom are delusional for thinking people will believe their bullshit.
I mean, my mom used the curse word. She used the curse word. You just use curse words too. So
Was Wendy less stressed? Was Wendy less stressed out once all this litigation was over?
No, she was a million times more stressed out.
Was she better off financially?
There may have been some, but not much. I don't think so.
Was she able to stop paying her $800 an hour divorce lawyers?
Yes.
Did she get $2.7 million in benefits for her children, plus $4,800 a month for the boys' benefit?
No, as far as I know, that money was in trust and it's controlled by Dan Markel's sister. So none of that money. You keep saying it like the money went to her. The money's in trust for the kids, and that money never went to her.
Some of it went to her, and some of it was in trust for the kids, right?
I don't know the breakdown, but I know the 90-something% of what you're talking about is in trust, and it's in trust for the children. It's not for her benefit.
Right. It's for the benefit of the boys, but it has to come through her because they're children, right?
Well,
she gets disbursements, right?
It has to go through the executor of the trust. And my sister's not the executor of the trust.
No, sir. I'm not saying she is. When the executor of the trust disperses money for the benefit of the boys, it gets dispersed to Wendy, right?
See, you know more than I know.
Dude, is he a little kid laughing at someone cussing? He's trying to be likable.
Sleeping after the murder?
After I was extorted, for sure.
Did Katie text you on 12/19 of 15? Sorry, we have problems sleeping and shit. We do have a lot of weight on our shoulders.
Oh no.
Did she text me that?
Did she text you that?
I mean, she may have, but it sounds about right.
Do you want to look at the text?
I can look at it, sure.
Yes, show us the text. So remember, Katie extorted him, and he was like, hey, you know what? Stay over at my place. Sleep over here. Come hang out with me. He gave her the money, and then the next day, he texted her, was like, hey, how's the pool? What have you been up to? How are you doing? And this is after she extorted him for money.
You can 2 of this exhibit, and it's got a little box around it.
Hi, CMB. How are you doing today? Yo, speaking of Bill Murray. Hi, Joe, by the way. How are you doing today? Speaking of Bill Murray, you guys ever seen that movie Lost in Translation? Dudes, I didn't realize how young Scarlett Johansson was in that movie. Because Bill Murray was probably like, what, in his 40s? Maybe 50s? Plus. I think he was like 50s. He must be in his 50s. And then Scarlett Johansson, I think she was like, wasn't she like, I don't know, 17, 18, 19 or something? Like super, super young.
If that refreshes your recollection, the question is, did she send it?
Yeah.
I want to see the text messages.
Go over a little bit some of the payments or gifts that you gave to Catherine Magdanwa. We've heard a lot about her being put on the payroll.
Oh yeah, she was 17 years old. Oh, I mean, this was Hollywood back in the day, okay? Who was the other one? There was another one. Was it Kristen Dunst? Who was it? Was it Hilary Duff? Oh my God, there was another actress, sorry. I think she was 14, 15 years old when she was doing a movie with this guy who was like, he was like an adult. He was like a grown-ass dude. And there's a scene where they kissed or something like that. I mean, I'm sure there's many of those, but who am I thinking of? Not Hilary Duff. Who am I thinking? Oh, no. Not Buffy either. No, sorry. No, I'm thinking of like the super inappropriate relationships where they had like the actress like make out with like this dude who's like a fucking adult. Oh God, there was like so many of those. Yeah, back in the day, it was like teenagers, 16, 17, 18. They'd be dating people that were like 10 years older, it's a different time back then. But The Professional, I love that movie. The Professional was good. Thora Birch in American Beauty. Oh, maybe. Dude, American Beauty. I used to love that movie, but that movie's like, I don't know, it's like so fucking weird. I don't think I could ever watch it again. I used to love it, but so weird. Was it Kristen Dunst? I'm pretty sure all of them have probably done it before. No, I'm like, there was like a specific movie I was thinking about. Let me think.
The Adelson Institute, and she made this demand to you when you met her to give her the first extortion payment on the payment plan. Is that correct?
She didn't make a demand.
Hi, Carolyn.
When I gave her the $3,000 for her friend, she asked me if I could do her a favor and put her on payroll for $1,000 a month so that she could get insurance for her kids. She was going to cash the check, and the money was still going to her friend, so that money wasn't going to her. She was getting insurance for her
And
kids.
did you believe her that she would give the money from the paychecks to the friend?
Alexa Debbie from Euphoria. I only know her from Euphoria. She's like the crazy bitch. Oh yeah, Maddie. Wait, what happened to Euphoria? Did they ever renew that, or what happened to Euphoria? Are they still making that? That TV show was fucking wild.
I believe what she was saying to me, yeah.
Isn't it true that Catherine McDaniel actually asked you to place her on the payroll back in June, prior to this extortion effort?
I don't know if I put her on payroll. She asked me if I could put her something when I was dating her, put her something on the office so she could get insurance. But I never did.
And that was in June.
Yeah, I remember she'd asked me about it before, but I never did anything.
Oh, season 3? Oh, okay. I don't even know where they're going with that TV show.
In June 24th of 2014, she says, "Baby, I'm going to need help on the employment info. I have to send to DCF for my kids' insurance. Also, if I have to end up moving later on, I need to show I'm working for you, or else I won't be able to get an apartment." To which you respond, "No problem." Remember that?
Yeah, but I wasn't thinking she was asking about payroll. I think she was asking just to say that she worked there, so we'd sign a letter saying that she was employed. But that doesn't say anything about writing checks to her.
And that request was made in between the two trips that the killers made.
That request, well, she asked me if I could do that for her while I was dating her, and I never even did it.
No, that wasn't it. In Leon Professional, the 14-year-old Natalie Portman was having a relationship with a 45-year-old. No, she was not having a relationship with him. She was, her family was really fucked. She didn't have a good father figure, mother figure. So then, like, when she had someone that, like, took care of her under her wing, I think she, like, you know how, like, you hear about those things where, like, sometimes people, like, inappropriately will, like, have, like, emotions that are, like, inappropriate towards an adult, where it's like, it's not like they think it's like romantic, but really it's not. It's just like they've never had someone to look up to before, take care of them, because he didn't reciprocate any of that shit. She was saying that shit. Yeah, she was, but he didn't reciprocate. I was talking about like the movies where there was like a 30-year-old man or 40-year-old, 50-year-old man that's like making out, kissing, or like pursuing like an actress who's like, you know, in her teens and stuff like that. Like that, like, oh God, but that was just like back in the day. What? There was sex scenes? No, there was. Oh my God, were there? Shut up. I had to look this up. I didn't know about this. I watched the movie a couple months ago. It was so good. You're gonna ruin it for me. Hold on a second. No way. Can you link me an article in the Discord? Oh God. Listen, I didn't know anything about this. The cutscenes, okay? Link it to me in Discord.
And did she ask if you could do
How
that?
am I supposed to Google this without looking weird?
In between the two trips that the killers made.
I didn't know when they went up, but I found out later that they went up in June.
All right, so that email would have been sent, I'm sorry, it's a text. That text would have been sent prior to what you're calling is the first layer of the extortion.
That text was sent to me while I was dating her, but I never...
Prior to the first layer of extortion?
The text was sent in June.
Prior to the first layer of extortion?
Before I was extorted, yeah. Before I broke up with her.
And you say several times on the wire that she was cleaning at the office. Was she really cleaning?
No, she never worked for us.
She was doing some type of cleanup for you, wasn't she?
No.
Wait, I think they had that in the original, didn't they? Hold on. It's talking about how Natalie Portman was wearing a dress and then she was like trying to seduce him or something like that. But I just remember he just wasn't into it. He was just like, no, like, what the fuck are you doing? Don't Google it. I'm Googling it right now. I'm Googling it right now. Wait, there's the director's cut. Oh my God, we could watch it on YouTube. Hold on.
Sick of watching you sleeping on your chair. We're gonna share the bed.
I remember this part.
I don't think it's a good idea.
Okay.
Yeah, they're just like sleeping next to each other. And he's just like sleeping there. He's like, okay. Is this the one? There's no sex scene. Okay, there's no sex scene. Hi, Miss Fantastic. How are you doing today? Hey, Andrea, how's it going? Kristen Dunst. Oh, yeah. I watched Kristen Dunst thing. I want to rewatch that Interview with Vampire. I love that movie with Tom Cruise and was it Brad Pitt? Oh my God. That movie was like, I don't know why. That movie like really fucked with me also. The scene with Kristen Dunst, like, wasn't she a crazy little vampire kid or something like that?
What's the purpose of keeping Katie happy? Was she gonna sick the Latin Kings on you if you made her unhappy?
She was protecting me. I didn't know what would happen, and she was keeping my mind, like when that extortion ever went up, and I thought that she wasn't part of it, and she was protecting me. Usually extortion goes up. It always gets ratcheted up from what I've heard.
Usually extortion goes up. Oh, really? What are you, a fucking expert on this now? Do you have friends that were extorted? Have you been extorted before? How do you know? Or do you just watch a lot of movies? I bet you him and his mother, Donna, were sitting around watching movies trying to get like, okay, let's watch The Godfather. Let's see how they run things. Okay, we're going to copy them word for word, T for T.
What's the fear of not keeping her happy is what I'm trying to understand.
Well, I could get killed, or the people who were extorting me could come rob me. And I didn't get killed. I didn't get robbed. The extortion never went up. I thought she was really protecting me.
If that's the case, why not just, I mean, you're complying with everything they've asked you to do, right?
I'm doing everything that was asked to do, and yeah.
So why reach out and say, hey, can I get you a trip to Key West to go with that extortion money?
I never said, can I get you a trip to Key West?
You didn't say you were trying to get them the owners.
That almost possessed Corgi for a second. I get possessed by Elaine a lot. Keep Donna away, please. Maybe that's where my fog cravings come from.
Get you a trip to Key West.
You didn't say you were trying to get them the owner's cottage. Maybe it's not in Key West. Trying to get them the owner's cottage because it's the nicest, $380 a night. The postcard inn. Do you recall all those conversations?
Oh yeah, for sure. And she'd actually asked me weeks before the bump because I had this connection at a place called The Moorings that I could get like a really great price at a really affordable price for how nice the place is. And I said I was going to make some calls and help her out and get it. And then I ended up giving her $300 for the when she picked up that bag at my house. I put $300 in it and I got her a hotel room.
Also, why would Katie extort the Adelsons for Harvey's old piece of shit car? Why not extort the Adelson for all the Lamborghinis, the Ferraris that Charlie was driving? Like, why would she be like, hey, like, let me extort you for that 1998, whatever the fuck, what was it again? Like a Lexus or something that Harvey had? Like, it was like some old ass car, okay? Why wouldn't she extort them for a fucking Lamborghini? Hello? He probably has a G-Wagon or something like that. Like, go after that, not some old ass crusty car.
Yes, you remember that conversation?
Yeah, I do.
And she didn't want the trip. In the text messages, she's saying, like, no thanks. And you're kind of forcing it down her throat. Do you agree with that?
Yeah, because actually, it's funny, at that time, in The Wire, I was trying to see if Katie and him were together or they weren't together. So that's why I kept asking, how are things? Are you guys okay?
No, you were not. It did not seem like you were inquiring to see if Katie and him were working together. That's fucking bullshit. Oh, my Lord. Did Kristen Dunst make out with Tom or Brad in the movie The Vampire? I don't remember any of that. Wait, what? Brad Pitt turns my tummy and Tom Cruise is just a cult skank? I don't know anything about Tom Cruise's personal life, but I like him in the movies. But all that like personal shit, I don't know nothing about that. I just remember when I was a kid, I remember he was like, I think like the first time we heard about Tom losing his marbles is when he was like jumping on the couch or some shit like that. I don't know. Yeah, David. Oh, okay. You know what I watched recently? I watched Britney Spears movie. Fuck, have you guys ever seen that movie? Crossroads. I watched it recently, and then I looked up Britney Spears. I didn't realize that she shaved her head when she was like in her mid-20s. Like she was only like 25 years old or something like that. So crazy to me because like I feel like when you're a kid, right, and like adults do these things, you always think they're like way older. She was like in her mid-20s. I was so young. Tom Cruise is fucking nuts. Yeah, I don't know any of the crazy stuff. Wait, who did she make out with? She kissed Brad? What? That movie's on my watch list. I'll report back to you guys. Add some makeup and Charlie could be some... Charlie could be Beetlejuice.
Because if they were fighting, it was making me think more and more that the reason she was avoiding me was because she found out that he was the one who was doing the second extortion again. So I was trying to figure out if it was him and if she was lying to me.
And remember, guys, the second extortion was how much again? What was like $5,000 or like 10 grand most maybe? The second extortion was, how do you go from $333,000 like $333 to, okay, I just want $5,000. Does that add up, Charlie? Does that really add up? That makes no fucking sense. I feel like the next extortion would be somewhere similar to the first number or maybe even higher. Not like, oh, I just want a measly 10 grand. Oh boy. She had lost custody of her kids and then shaved her head. Oh, is that what happened? Oh man. Yeah, I just remember hearing about her. Wait, did she lose custody of her kids then with K-Fed? I always thought she shaved her head was because paparazzi was going after her. There was all these like, because back then, like, do you guys remember like Perez Hilton, the tabloids? Bro, they went after you for everything. Looks, weight, if you're too fat, if you're too skinny, if you're ugly, if you had no makeup on, you know, like all this crazy shit. Like back then, like it was a fucking, I mean, it's so bad now, but like back then it was like really, really fucking atrocious. She went off the deep end in her affairs and up in a conservatorship. She lost, what? Wait, she lost both boys? Wait, did she lose her kids to K-Fed or did her family have custody of her kids? Oh, I had no idea about this. It's crazy because I always heard about the Britney Spears stuff, but I never really like looked into it when I was a kid. And so now that I'm older, I'm like, oh yeah, I remember that shit. That's like, it happened. I remember like so vaguely. K-Fed, she still doesn't have custody. Really? Oh my God, I didn't know any of that stuff. I only follow some of the recent Britney stuff. Like I know that she didn't realize that she can get out of a conservatorship. So she petitioned it. They granted it to her. She married some guy, Les Asghari. I don't know if they're together or not. And then apparently one of her crazy like ex-husbands, I think they were only married for a little bit, but then they had the marriage annulled, like was it in Vegas or something like that? He like live stream showed up at her fucking house when he was getting married to, was it Sam Asghari? Like something like that. And I was like, what's going on here? Like, I don't know. It's so crazy. Her dad gave K-Fed custody. Wait, how are her kids now? What? I had no idea. I actually never really thought about that. I thought she had custody of her kids. She lost custody. Her aunt passed away. Hi, Tam. How are you doing today? Dang, I'm late to the party, but I'm happy to see you guys all nonetheless. Hi, Tam. How was your weekend? When I was 22, I almost got fired for not serving Britney alcohol on her 19th birthday. I was a bartender on Bourbon Street. I would just run away. The boys didn't want to be with her. K-Fed gets like $30K a month for those kids. I remember that instead of helping her, getting her mental help, they laughed at her, called her crazy. Yeah. I mean, how old was I when, how much older is Britney than me? Yeah, because I remember when we heard about the news, I think we were in like middle school or high school. We're like, oh yeah, she's fucking crazy. Like, oh my gosh, she shaved her head. Like, you know, just like laughing and stuff. Like, I don't know, times were different back then. Okay, we didn't understand mental health and all that stuff. But yeah, I completely remember that. Like the media outlets, they went hard on her. They're like 16 and then opted out. Oh wow, I don't know any of this stuff. Maybe I'll read her biography book. I added her biography book into my Libby thing where you can rent books online from like the library, but I haven't gotten it yet. I'm still on the wait list. Oh gosh. Well, I was laid out on the weekend, some kind of mystery, but oh no. Oh Tam, I hope you're doing okay. I have a friend who's like also like sick right now as well. I don't know if Lady's here. Lady, I hope you're feeling better. Her kids are thankless brats who have been brainwashed into not respecting her, but won't say no to like a luxurious lifestyle and go live with a loser dad. Oh, I don't know any of that stuff. Wow, that's crazy.
In this case, she says, I don't want to do anything. And you say, you know what? F that. You're going there. You're going to have a good time.
For sure. I was trying to do nice things for her.
And then did you pay for a trip or offer to pay for a trip to Santo Domingo for Catherine Magbanua and Sigfredo Garcia to visit his parents?
I didn't know who she was going with, but I paid for it. You're talking about airline tickets?
Yes.
She called me up. She had an emergency. Something happened. She booked tickets for the wrong date. I had no idea who in the family she was going with. And she had no money. And I remember I was in Chicago. I was at a friend's wedding, and I took out my credit card, and I gave her the credit card number and let her book tickets. I thought she was going with her kids.
I feel like this is so rehearsed because, I mean, a lot of this happened over 10 years ago, and he just knows every detail to the T, you know? Which is like, I guess it's good to practice, right? Before you go up there. But I don't know. I feel like a lot of this is just like fabrications as well. Oh my God, Corey, the book is going to shock you. She made an allegation about Justin. I think I heard about that. Yeah, I think I heard about that. How many pages is the book? I don't know. I might just read it.
So is that a yes? You paid for
Oh, yeah,
the
no,
trip to
I remember
Santo
that well.
Domingo. So
For
go
sure.
quicker if we can just
I'm sorry.
answer the question.
What's the objection?
Argumentative.
Overruled.
Did you offer to buy Catherine Magbanua and her mom a cruise?
Yes, Katie had mentioned to me that she always wanted to be able to take her mom on a cruise.
Man, this sounds like hush, hush money. Keep Katie happy so she fucking doesn't rat you out in the fucking future. Keep her husband happy, or her ex-husband, whatever the fuck they are, okay? Her baby daddy happy. Keep them happy so they don't rat you out. They don't turn against you. This is just some hush, hush money, man.
So I offered, but she never took me up on it.
Did you call in prescriptions for Catherine Magbanua?
She was a patient of record at my office.
Did you pay for a meal service for Catherine Magbanua?
Yeah, I did.
The book ended Justin Timberlake's career. What career? Does he still have a career? Oh, wait, sorry. That was really mean of me. I did watch him in a movie that I liked recently. Fuck, I hated his character, though. He was such a dickhead. There was this movie that came out on Netflix recently. It was about a detective who was investigating some murders or some shit like that. I think Justin Timberlake was in it, and I think he was the bad guy or something. It was a really good movie. I really liked it. Yeah. I think he was in it. It's not long. I read in a couple hours. Oh, you're a slow reader. Sorry, I'm like, we're diverting so much. I found this YouTube channel, and this woman teaches you how to read faster. And she says what you have to do is you have to keep your eye in the middle of the page and then use your peripheral to read the left and the right side. I tried doing that, and it was like really fucking hard. I wonder, does anyone else in the chat know how to do that? Because apparently it's something you can train yourself to do and read faster.
Did you pay for car repairs for her?
Yeah, all this stuff is making me think she was broke. So yes, you're right.
Did you offer that she could use your Range Rover anytime?
I said she could borrow the car, sure.
Did she talk about getting a boat and you offered to help her get a boat?
Borrow my Range Rover, but no, drive my dad's old ass crusty car.
Never offered to help her get a boat. I offered to help her look for a boat.
Did you pay for the breast augmentation?
No.
No part of the breast augmentation?
Not at all.
I thought he did. Oh, Georgia, you better get the receipts. I heard that he bought new boobies for her.
So when she's saying at the same time she's the day of the breast augmentation, can I just put it on the credit card? Can I just put it on your credit card? Is she referring to something else, some other expense?
I have no idea what she's referring to. But I did not pay for her boob job.
What about this birthday gift for Sigfredo Garcia? What was the bonsai tree in the bag? What was that all about?
Oh, she had asked me, and it's on a wire. It's on 420, where she says, "Can you get me some bud from Bud?" My next door neighbor's Bud, and she asked me if I could get some marijuana from my next door neighbor for her. So that's what, when I said I have a bonsai tree for you, she asked me, and I got her a little bit of marijuana from my next door neighbor for her.
And you said, I don't know what a married man with kids would want for his birthday, but you did your best. I did my best.
I was being completely, by the way, I was being completely sarcastic. I never would get Sigfredo Garcia a present in my life.
And you thought you hit it out of the park with the weed and the gift card. Did you say that?
Well, give me a little more context.
The context is you don't know what a married man with kids would want for his birthday, but you did your best and you think you hit it out of the park.
No, I was being completely sarcastic because she had asked me for that marijuana 2 weeks earlier, and I gave it to her, and then I was joking around when I gave it to her. I didn't want him to think that I was hooking up with her, so I started to joke around.
Ew, who was the screenwriter? What's the name of the screenwriter? He sounded like he was infatuated. I speed read a whole page at once. It was like a street sign. If I need details to go back to the spot, this also helps retention because it's called because of recall, like photographic memory. Yeah, I have to show you guys a video because she was explaining it and I was like, I can't do this. This is too hard. She was like, you just have to focus in the middle and then use your peripherals on the left and right to read it. And then that's how you speed read. And then apparently people who are like super like fucking amazing students, that's what they do for when they take exams. I'm like, because I read like this. I'm like, left or right, left or right, left or right. Okay, I'll use the bathroom real quick. No UTIs. Give me 1 second. Oh. You spiral your glance across the page? How do I do that? She was still giving her sons bad. Wait, I thought she didn't have access to her sons when they were 14 and 15. Oh, that sounds really creepy. I was a history major, and that is the only way to get through all of the content. How long did it take for you to practice doing that until you actually like got it? I need to learn how to do that. I read the same speed I talk. I'm dyslexic. I couldn't eat yesterday and the day before. My tummy was sore. Oh, and in food rejection mode. Do you know what you have? Is it like, oh, what is it? Like some sort of like a tummy thing? Oh, everyone, my newest grandson was born last Monday. Yay! Congrats. I was asking about speed reading while having ADHD. Does anyone have a problem with that too? Oh. If I had to choose between a doctor who speed read all their textbooks for exams and one who read them line by line, I think I want the old. I mean, okay, it's not just like skimming, right? It's like you get the gist of it, and then if you need to, you refer back to it to get to like certain specifics. But it's like just to get the gist of it. But I mean, like if they're speed reading, right, and then they ace their exams, I mean, what you want to focus on is them acing their exams, right? Not like necessarily like the math that they did in order to get there. Unless they were cheating. That's different. Unless they were cheating. That's a different thing. Because they didn't learn shit.
Around about it, and then I was like, maybe you can just tell him it was from me because I didn't want him to think that I'm hooking up with Katie, and that's why I gave it to her.
Can we agree in general that it's important to maintain positive feelings between co-conspirators? If you're a co-conspirator with someone in a crime, you want to...
Wait, can I suck you guys into conspiracy land for a second? Anyone else following the Kate Middleton stuff? I'm just curious. What? Speed reading is not cheating. Who said it was cheating?
Keep positive relationship with that person. Will you agree with that?
I'm not a co-conspirator with her.
Okay, I'm saying in general. Can you agree in general that co-conspirators in a crime want to stay friendly with each other?
Mm-hmm.
I'm not a co-conspirator with her.
That's not what she's asking, Charlie. Answer the question. She had to listen less. Oh, until they refuse to go back to her. Gotcha. Just happens to be more. It just happens the more you read for content and partially ruin my pleasure reading. Though I have to put a paper of the paragraph and read line by line when I pleasure read now. Wait, that's so interesting. I want to learn how to do it. It's so unhinged on Twitter. I was watching this YouTube video that was like capping it. It seems pretty unhinged on. I haven't been on Twitter, but on TikTok. Where I'm just like, okay, I want to go over with you guys because that was kind of funny. But they're like zooming in on the zippers, like the color shirt that she was wearing, and they like changed the colors. And I'm like, wait, what? No way. I don't know. The Kate Middleton stuff is kind of crazy. I'm a bit entertained by it. All right, co-conspirators.
In a crime, want to stay friendly with each other.
I'm not a co-conspirator with her.
All right, can't agree to that. If a co-conspirator develops a motive to harm another one, that could be bad, right?
Co-conspirator. Say it again.
Say, husband and wife do a murder together. And then 10 years later, they've gotten away with it, but 10 years later, they fall out. That could be a problem. Somebody might start talking, right?
I was never part of a murder.
Were these gifts, these things that you provided to Catherine Magbanua and her mother and Sigfredo Garcia payment for the murder?
Okay, I never got Sigfredo a gift in my life. The guy absolutely hates me. He wants to kill me. He stalked me. He extorted me. Like, that was being completely sarcastic, and sometimes I make some bad jokes, but that's... Even when I wrote he wanted to take me deep-sea fishing, I knew he wanted to kill me. Like, you have that text, too.
What?
I didn't think we were going deep-sea fishing.
On April 6th of 2015...
Wait, is he just making shit up? Do we have evidence of Sigfredo wanting to take him deep-sea fishing?
Did you receive a text from Catherine Magbanua that reads, "Next time, don't be such a dick to someone who has done something for you"?
Yeah, she's protecting me, and she's mad at me over something.
Are these gifts what it took to secure her silence for so long?
No, absolutely not. I was never trying to get her silence. I was hoping she'd tell the truth.
Was your dad's birthday in between the two trips that the killers took?
Yeah, my dad's birthday is July 5th.
And what birthday was that for him?
It was his 70th birthday party.
All right, so there's been a lot of talk about the texting between you and your mom about the birthday, and she texts you on March 4th of 2014 and says she can't talk now, but she'll call when she goes to the bathroom in Gainesville and has privacy. She tells you to erase that text after you read it. Why did she have you erase that text?
Okay, if you look at the records, I never erased the text.
But why did she ask you? If you know, you may not know.
Maybe.
Oh, this is the trial where the jury is going to convict him. It's the same trial. Hi, Leela. How are you doing today? Hello, hello.
She's afraid my dad's looking at her phone and find out about the president. It made no sense to me. That's why.
What?
I was like,
Wait. Why would the dad look through his daughter's phone? Wait, what? Is this more bullshit? Okay, hold on.
I was never trying to get her silence. I was hoping she'd tell the truth.
Was your dad's birthday in between the 2 trips that the killers took?
Yeah, my dad's birthday is July 5th.
And what birthday was that for him?
It was his 70th birthday party.
All right, so there's been a lot of talk about the texting between you and your mom about the birthday. And she texts you on March 4th of 2014 and says she can't talk now, but she'll call when she goes to the bathroom in Gainesville and has privacy. She tells you to erase that text after you read it. Why did she have you erase that text?
Okay, if you look at the records, I never erased the text.
Well, why did she ask you? If you know, you may not know.
Maybe she's afraid my dad's looking at her phone and find out about the president. It made no sense to me. That's why I was like, I didn't erase anything.
That makes no sense, Charlie. Oh my God, dude. This is like when like your significant other's like cheating on you and they're just pulling all the bullshit lies. And you know it's bullshit because the fucking answers don't make sense.
How is you erasing the text going to prevent your dad from seeing it on your mom's phone?
What adult parent is going to go through their adult children's text messages? And Harvey, who was already 70 years old, does he even know how to do that?
My dad looked at my mom's phone, then he'd see the text and maybe know she's planning for his birthday.
You weren't with Dad, she was with Dad, just to clarify.
Yeah, she was with my dad.
And the text that she asked you to erase, that particular text didn't say anything about a birthday or paella. Can we agree on that?
No, not, but I knew what it was about.
Right. 20 minutes later, she texts again and asks something about Dad's birthday. Do you remember that?
Yeah, I know we were trying to plan a surprise cruise. That was the original idea.
Okay, and the paella is mentioned elsewhere, not in this particular thread that we're talking about now.
Yeah,
was paella the big birthday gift?
Yeah, I paid for the catering for the whole party.
Okay. Then 3 months later on...
Oh, man, I sense a little bit of frustration.
June 8th, just after midnight...
Even he must surely realize how absurd this shit really sounds.
You text her, quote, still working on Dad's birthday present. Was that in reference to the paella guy?
Possibly, or possibly what I was also getting was a present. I mean, it's been 10 years, so I don't know exactly what I got him 10 years ago on his birthday.
And then at 1 a.m. I'm sorry, you weren't done.
No, or what I was thinking about getting him.
And then at 1 a.m., Mom texts you back, I know you'll, and I think she was in Israel, so that might account for the time, but she texts you, quote, I know you'll come through for me. Is that what she said?
That's what the text said, yeah.
Can we agree the timing of these texts is consistent with being sent the day after the killers got home from their failed June murder trip?
No, it's consistent with the few weeks before my dad's birthday and trying to figure out what we're going to get him.
Oh, man. Look at him. Like, the little gestures that he does. Like, oh, can't believe it, Georgia. Like, you're such an idiot. Like, duh, obviously. Like, Charlie, shut up. This makes you look so dumb. You know what? At least he's going full send with this whole acting shit, okay?
She texts you, quote, I know you'll come through for me. Is that what she said?
That's what the text said, yeah.
Can we agree the timing of these texts is consistent with being sent the day after the killers got home from their failed June murder trip?
No, it's consistent with the few weeks before my dad's birthday and trying to figure out what we're going to get him.
Why didn't you go to Dan's funeral?
Oh, exactly. Why didn't you? You surely must have known that they're going to ask you that question. Why didn't you show up? What were you doing, Charlie? What's the answer that he's going to give? Is he going to say, oh, you know, since my family were all gone, I was the only one there to run the practice. Oh, you know, like I was really busy. You know, I had plans already to go outside of town. Oh, the flights were too expensive. Oh, no, it was like too stressful. I couldn't go there, blah, blah, blah. What's the excuse that Charlie's going to give? Because Charlie does this thing where he looks to the side, maybe where his lawyer is sitting. He's like, oh, fuck. I don't know. Did he not have this part memorized?
Consistent with the few weeks before my dad's birthday and trying to figure out what we're going to get him.
Why didn't you go to Dan's funeral?
In Canada?
I think there was some in Tallahassee.
Oh, he's trying to play dumb. Was he getting stun locked here?
See, and in Canada as well.
I know there was
but did you go to either?
There was a memorial service here.
Did you go to that?
No, I didn't attend. I knew what had happened to him. There's no way I could have shown up. I would be too upset.
Mr. Dubin, your lawyer that was here.
Oh, he said I would have been too upset. Oh, God, this guy. know why he didn't show up. Like, you already planned the murders and all that stuff. Like, the least you could have done was show up to the funeral and continue the act up.
Happened to him, and there's no way I could have shown up. I would have been too upset.
Mr. Dubin, your lawyer that was here, seems like a long time ago at jury selection, said, people have different ways of grieving and that sort of thing. Were you grieving for the death of Dan Markel?
I felt horrible about what happened, and I knew it happened.
When did you?
I wasn't close to him, but either way, I mean, I felt horrible about what happened.
Wait, so you weren't close to him, you felt horrible, but then you would have been too upset that he died. Excuse me? You've been New Zealand for 8 months? Wait, why? Oh my God, I've always want to go to New Zealand. What are you gonna do in New Zealand? It's like for a vacation, for work stuff, family. I want to go to New Zealand. I hear it's so beautiful. Charlie was like a farmer in his past because he really likes to spread the manure. Wait, your mom is in New Zealand? What? Is it gonna be a fun trip?
Did you find out exactly how he was killed? Meaning, like, shot twice in the head.
I found out. It would have been the next morning is how I found out he got shot in the head.
Do you agree that this was a first-degree murder?
Do I agree?
Planned, premeditated?
The people who killed him planned on killing him, yeah.
Do you think everyone involved should be convicted?
I think everyone involved should be convicted.
Even the person that hired the hit?
I think anybody who played a role in it, but I wasn't a part of it.
Do you regret that Dan Markel suffered for 14 hours before he died?
I feel horrible.
He was supposed to die quickly, instantly, right?
Are you asking me?
I am.
No, he wasn't supposed to die at all.
I don't think they felt horrible. I think they were in fear that Dan Markel could have somehow came back and done a fucking recovery. I think they were like, fuck, he needs to fucking die ASAP. I don't think they were like, yes, he's suffering. Yeah. I think they're just scared that he was going to fucking make it. Behavior panel. Oh, they did a video. What was the gist of it? Have we heard from him, from Jen Soto yet or anything like that? Probably not, right? Because her lawyer probably told her not to say anything, which is smart. Don't say nothing. Wait until the trial happens.
Horrible what happened.
Did it surprise you that the cops were able to identify the Prius?
Did it surprise me?
Yes.
I'm not a cop. I don't know how cops investigate.
Did it surprise you to learn that it's not a requirement of law to put the person at the scene of the crime to be guilty of a crime?
Listen, I'm not a police detective.
Was the police work in this case thorough?
I'm sure the police did the best they could.
Did you think that you had done everything properly such that you could never be detected or caught for this?
I wasn't part of this murder at all. You have it wrong.
Catherine Magbanua said that you think you're untouchable. Is that true, Doctor?
That's not true at all.
Did your parents drop off money to you on the night of the murder?
I never saw my parents there. You could look at our cell phones and you'll find that out, that we never saw each other.
I did look at the cell phones, and what is on there is your mom texts you, quote, outside your house.
No, I mean, look at the tower information.
I think you
oh, dude, yes, I heard about the Aaliyah thing. Yo, that shit was so fucked. It's crazy because, yeah, now I learned about all this in, like, hindsight. When I was a kid, I was like, oh, my God, Aaliyah, like, I don't know, I fucking loved her. But I didn't know any of that stuff that was happening with Aaliyah. It was probably publicized, but, like, I never paid attention to all the stuff. It was just, like, you just listen to her music, you get her CDs and all that stuff. You watch her on, like, BET, MTV. But, yeah, I didn't realize about the Aaliyah and the girl, so, blah.
Testified that meant she was just passing by on the roadway.
She was approaching the area, yeah, to see if I was home.
Right. And do you know what your response was to her text?
Yeah, like 20 or 30 minutes later, I said 10 minutes.
I'm 10 minutes out, is what you said.
I think I said 10 minutes, but yeah, I'm not home.
Doesn't that indicate you're going to meet them at your house in 10 minutes?
No, I told her to let me know when you're going to be in the area.
Was the money that Catherine Magbanua got damp?
I never gave her any money that was damp. The money I gave her came out of my safe.
Was it damp?
It was the money that your mama gave him.
No, I took it out of my safe. I put it on the dresser. She put it in her purse.
Why did Garcia and Rivera, or whoever did it, I guess I should say, why did whoever did it need to kill someone to extort you?
Mm-hmm.
You gotta ask them.
Well, why couldn't they just come put a gun to your head and say, give me all the money in your safe?
Exactly, Charlie. Exactly. Why commit a crime and then threaten him with it? Why not just be like, hey, fucking just pay up? Because he was saying that the reason why he paid up was because he didn't want them to do what they did to Dan Markel, to him. And it's like, well, we know the hitmen aren't smart, but like for them to do this whole extra mile of actually killing someone all the way in Fort Lauderdale, or sorry, all the way in Tallahassee, drive 6 hours twice, by the way, do that twice, drive all the way back and forth. Why not just extort him directly? And then you know what? Why would Catherine McBanwa, why would she be like, hey, you know, like give me your dad's old ass fucking crusty vehicle. Give me the Lamborghini. I want the Lamborghini. Give me the Lamborghini. Right? I don't know. Like, this is so funny. Just see him squirm and sit there. Oh my God. We are relishing in it.
Need to kill someone to extort you.
You gotta ask them.
Well, why couldn't they just come put a gun to your head and say, give me all the money in your safe?
Thank God they did.
Thank God they didn't?
Thank God they did. I would have gotten killed.
Why would you have gotten killed if you gave him the money?
If Garcia hated you, why would he drive to Tallahassee twice to kill someone you hated?
It sounds like he was part of the extortion, or Katie put him up to it.
Doesn't blackmail or extortion usually involve the extortionist having some kind of dirt on the victim?
I know how this was done to me. I know I'm just telling you what happened to me. I'm not an expert in it.
If they had come in and threatened to kill you,
I think damp money could be a good one, but I think moist money, I think it rolls off the tongue a little bit better.
Would you have given them the money in your safe?
If someone came and put a gun to my head, yeah, I would have opened up my safe and I would give them the money.
I still don't get how killing Dan Markel advances the ball for them to extort money out of you. Do you?
Yeah, I have a theory. They could extort me for life, and I don't think they knew exactly how much I had in the safe. She knew I had a lot of money in the safe. But this way I could get extorted for life, and that's what happened. And I was stuck paying $3,000 a month.
But you could have gotten extorted for life just by the threat of death by Latin King, couldn't you, Doctor?
I mean, this was as real a threat as you get. I mean, these guys aren't messing around.
All right, you didn't report this after Garcia was arrested, did you? Did not report this after Garcia's arrest?
No, not at all.
Okay, you did keep paying Catherine McBanwa after Garcia's arrest?
No, I never saw her again.
Did not report this after McBanwa's arrest, correct?
Correct.
Did not testify in either of their trials, correct?
Was never contacted to, but yes.
You were okay with the possibility of them getting away with killing Dan Markel?
I thought the truth was going to come out in 2009.
So funny. It's so obvious that this lie was fabricated after all the pieces of the puzzles had already been revealed. And that's when he decided to fabricate this story.
19.
How? If the witness who knows something doesn't
in retrospect
come forward?
Katie knows what happens and knows I was extorted, and her trial was at 19, and I was expecting the truth to come out then. And instead, I found out that she was having this affair with him on me, and she lied, and all this money was going to her.
So if her defense had been, I was an innocent conduit to an extortion, you would have backed her up on that?
If she would have come in and told the truth, and yeah, for sure. You would have heard the same story.
Where is your family located now? You don't have to be specific, but is your mom and dad, are they still in South Florida?
Is money in America made out of paper? I always heard that it was very similar to like a jean material. So for example, when you wash money, it won't fall apart into pieces, right? It's like a jean material that's like woven into it. So you can wash money and it'll be completely fine.
Yeah, they still live in South Florida.
Okay, what about Wendy and the boys?
My parents live about 30.
Ew, Soggy Wallet. What is Soggy Wallet? It's like a porn star name.
45 minutes from my sister, and I used to live about 45 minutes from them.
And are they okay, as far as you know, physically, today, as we sit here?
Yes.
And are you concerned that because you've told now on the Latin Kings that they're going to come kill your whole family?
I mean, I just told you that I knew that, was told then that Luis Rivera, the head of the Latin Kings, killed Dan Markel. So, I mean, I do have some concern when I get out.
Right, but even after
me.
Sorry, go ahead.
That's okay. I said I do have some concern for Latin Kings now that I've spoken, told what I know.
But what about, I mean...
This is Donna's nickname in prison, Soggy Wallet. What? Oh, God.
Rivera was already in custody at one point, as well as Garcia and McBanwa. My understanding is your continued fear was due to other Latin Kings, potentially. Is that accurate?
These are highly connected people. Luis Rivera, the head of the Latin Kings, in custody means absolutely nothing. If you think he can't send somebody from the outside, you're wrong.
All right. So,
dude, the way that he says that with so much confidence.
So my question to you is, did that happen? Because you told yesterday.
Was I killed yesterday when I was in jail? No.
And nobody in your family has been killed so far?
You're talking about in the last 24 hours?
Right.
Not that I know.
Okay. But you're worried about that?
I think now that I've spoken, I do have a concern, yes.
Okay. But not too concerned to remain silent when it's your own butt on the line, right?
I'm here to tell the truth. And yes, do I have a concern now that I told you what happened? Absolutely.
I think Charlie be watching way too many movies and taking way too much for movies.
Tell the truth. And yes, do I have a concern now that I told you what happened? Absolutely.
Mom tells you on that first wire call that the bump involves the two of us, referring to yourself and your mom, right?
Yes, that's what she said.
And would you agree, prior to your explanation, that that looks pretty incriminating?
Man, how mad is he at the mom, the sister, for just opening their mouths, fucking shit up?
I think if you don't know what happened, you can assume the worst.
Isn't it true that you had to add the bit about confiding your extortion in your mom in order to put that toothpaste back in the tube?
No, that's what happened when I got the checks.
Otherwise, why would you bring your mom into this?
I didn't want to. When I first told her on the phone and asked her to write the checks, I told her, I said, just it's a long story, I'd brush it off, and she didn't press anything, but I think she was out somewhere. It wasn't until when I picked up the checks that she started pressuring me and saying, this makes no sense, why are you doing this, you're not dating Katie, and that's when she found out.
But your mom is the most high-strung out of the whole group, right?
True. Why would you involve her in this?
And she's old, and she worries, right?
I don't think she's super high-strung, but
she old. You know, I think she was supposed to say she crusty.
Does worry about her kids.
You don't?
No. You've never met her.
Well, you said she was, quote, notorious for making a big deal out of everything.
I mean, she overreacts, but she's a mom. I think a lot of moms overreact.
Okay. You could have told her, you know, Katie's down on her luck, and I'm just going to be putting her on the payroll. I mean, you were making enough money, you could tell her to just write checks, couldn't you? Why'd you have to tell her it was an extortion from Latin King gang members?
Well, okay, at that time, I didn't know anything about the Latin Kings. But when I told her what happened, I was thinking that, you know what, it actually would be good if someone knows what happened in case I get killed, they at least know what direction to start looking in.
What?
So until that point, nobody even knew. So I just, when she started questioning me, I just said, you know what, I'm going to tell you, but don't say a thing to Dad. Don't say a thing to Wendy. You got to promise me. I didn't want her to ever talk about this again. And that was the day that she found out. It was when I got the checks.
What?
I read that as, never would I have guessed Donna was a Kraken.
It doesn't say on the wire is, it's happening again. I was approached by another extortionist today. Did she say that?
No, she's talking very carefully.
And you say carefully, but isn't carefully the same thing as code?
No, they're two totally separate things. You know the difference?
You weren't really giving her money for a TV, were you?
Giving her money for TV.
This TV is probably going to be about $5.
Okay.
I need you to bring cash tonight.
I wish she picked another object on planet Earth other than TV. But TV is code for absolutely nothing. There is no code in this case involving TV. And you keep circling and circling and circling TV, you're wrong.
Is it a coincidence that the repair of the TV that you bought Wendy as a divorce gift because it was cheaper than hiring a hitman is your sister's alibi for the murder, and then your mom brings up TV first call on the wire?
It's not an alibi for a murder. She had a broken TV. You got to ask Lincoln who threw the remote at the TV.
Was it a coincidence? Is the TV thing a coincidence? That's what I hear you say.
Oh, they're trying to blame the kid. Lincoln is one of Wendy's kids.
That the repairman was there that day?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, that is a coincidence for sure. There's a couple of coincidences in this case.
I'm sorry, I cut you off.
I said there's a couple of coincidences in this case. I mean, she had people send her an email to go buy a bottle of Bullet Bourbon for their Stock the Bar party, and she was driving to a liquor store to buy a bottle of Bullet Bourbon on that day, at that time, and her friend sent the email, and you have the email and evidence.
And I feel like how dumb must it have been for them to fail to put this into practice? So I imagine Charlie and then Donna trying to like amp Wendy up. Like, okay, Wendy, we're going to have you throw a remote at the TV. Okay, Wendy, break it. And Wendy's like, I can't. It's too hard. Throw it harder, Wendy. Throw it harder. Break the TV. Because I don't know if I believe that Wendy's kids actually broke the TV. I feel like it was probably Wendy. She probably broke it herself. That way they couldn't have the whole repair TV bullshit alibi thing happen. Like, oh my God, this is so cringe.
Is that a coincidence? Yeah, coincidences happen.
And that you might not be the right...
What does high strung mean? Like kind of like anal retentive. Charlie, just say your mom was a biatch. We already... yeah, like, yeah, anal retentive. Kind of like, you're really like, what's another word for it? Easy to be stressed about stuff like that.
Katie talk. That doesn't seem to really fit with your theory of the case, does it? What was your explanation for that? Why you kept saying you might not be the right Katie? I mean, she's definitely the right Katie, right?
Absolutely. She knew it was. I was implying it was her. I was just trying to say, I'm not setting you up, but I need your help.
On call B, your mom, you call your mom back, and you say, probe her a little bit, and ultimately you say, you think someone's trying to blackmail you? That's crazy. Why does it sound like this is something that's new and unfathomable to you at that moment?
Well, because I wasn't even following what my mom was talking about on the first call. And on the second call, when she shocked me when she said that. And I'd been extorted before. And her saying to bring cash, everything just didn't sound right.
Could we play clip 4, please? This is from Dolce.
Oh, here comes the clip.
Clip 4 from Dolce.
I'm going to slow it down. I could barely hear it.
Even if they had any evidence, the first words out of your mouth on this clip. Even if they had any evidence. No. Strike. The quote is, if they had any evidence, we'd have already gone to the airport. And I know you already testified about this, but...
if they had any evidence to go to the airport. Look who tried to go to the airport and didn't make it. I think they said the same thing, too, in the jailhouse calls.
But does an innocent person say, if they had any evidence?
Right. Katie's saying it's the police, and I'm saying that we're innocent. They're not going to have any evidence to show we were part of something that we were part of. If we had any part of this, we'd be going to the airport right now. And I
Isn't
still say
it
the
true,
same
doctor,
thing.
that they're not going to have any evidence because you were careful?
No, because we weren't a part of this.
You were smart.
No, we weren't a part of this.
You walled yourself off from
I was
the
sure
killers.
they're not going to have evidence to show I did something I didn't do. So we're not running to the airport.
And you're untouchable, right?
No, we didn't do a murder. I wasn't part of a murder. There's no reason to run to the airport.
Oh, I love Liar Liar. My mom bought me a Liar Liar when I was in, I don't know, I was in like middle school, I think. Oh my God. Remember the scene where he was like banging the secretary, or he was banging someone and they were playing it? Wait, no, there was 2 parts. Sorry. There was one where his it was a recording of the client banging the guy that she was cheating with. And then there was a scene where his boss was like having sex with him or something like that. Oh my God. I can't believe I watched that when I was a kid. I mean, I didn't understand what was going on though. I just thought the whole thing was really funny.
In the next clip, you're discussing what's going to happen if this person that did the bump goes to the police. And you're going through all these scenarios, these possibilities.
Wait, if he goes to the police?
Yeah, the blackmailer goes to the police. They're going to say, where's the weapon? And he's not going to know. He's just going to have hearsay, basically. Someone told me they did it. It's not going to be enough to get the investigation anywhere. Why are you thinking through the possibility of the blackmailer going to the cops if the blackmailer doesn't have any dirt on you to take to the cops?
I wasn't thinking about the blackmailer. What I was trying to say is I don't know anything about Sigfredo. I don't know anything about this crime. I was trying to tell her that I'm harmless. I don't have any knowledge of what went on. Like, the last thing I wanted is that now that she's saying it's the police, is someone to come and kill me and think I'm some kind of loose end. So that's why I'm saying that.
But that's not what you're saying. You're saying if this is a person that Luis Rivera ran his mouth to, and they go to the police, it's going to be worth 0 because they're not going to know anything other than, hey, my brother told me this.
I don't know if I was saying someone who knows Luis Rivera. I was trying to make a point that I don't know anything.
And then you suggest what they would have to do is get him to wear a wire and get the person to confess, and that's probably what this could be, an effort to do, right?
Well, they're thinking that we were part of a murder, so this was the same thing I said before, is that this is their theory, so this is a police tactic, and it could be either a bad guy or the police, and this is how they're pursuing it.
Yeah, this is like a very like Amber Heard moment when you have audio recordings that are pretty clear and cut, straightforward, and then you go up there and testify and you try to give like a contrived explanation of it, and people are just like, the dots are not connecting.
Exactly. So as long as you keep your mouth shut, you can get away with murder, right?
No, not at all.
Isn't that what you told Ryan Fitzpatrick?
No, Ryan Fitzpatrick is someone who stole over $500,000 from me.
That's not my question, sir.
Who's
Did
that?
you say that to Ryan Fitzpatrick?
No, never at all.
Did Ryan Fitzpatrick also extort him for money as well? Did I eat yet? No, I will eat soon after the stream. I'm getting hungry though. I open the stream and first thing I hear is everyone begging everyone else. We're talking about the Liar Liar movie. It was one of my favorite movies. feel good.
Why do you go into so much detail about rental car examples? Let's strike that. Can you agree that the Prius, you knew that the police were looking for a Prius at the time you met at this Dolce Vita restaurant?
I think it had been released at that time.
All right, and you heard the recording. You're arguing. Let's play the clip. This is going to be clip. I think let's play 7 and 8, please. Dolce.
Oh, here we go. I don't know. I feel like I could barely hear these clips. But I've watched them and heard them before in like other YouTube videos.
Because the fact is like, even if, let's say, you just got my car, and then I go ahead and I get in the car, and then I go, when you're getting in the car, I go, yeah, she was in my car, and she got out, and she did this horrible crime. Okay, they come and they get the DNA in the car, they go, yep, she was in my car. He sat in the car for 2 minutes, got the AC, and then got out of the car. He has nothing to do with you guys murdering me. Outside of that,
Oh, Ink, thank you. Ink, welcome. Thank you so much for joining the membership. Enjoy your emotes. Welcome, welcome. Thank you. Thanks for hanging out with us. I do appreciate you being here. Thank you.
you know, if you have a car and you can link this person to renting that car, then okay. But you have to prove that they were also driving that day too, and rented it and lent it to a friend. What if you rented a car and hey, Katie, can I borrow for the weekend? I'll bring it back on Tuesday.
Oh, this is where when he's talking to Katie, I believe. I think that's her right there.
Yeah, sure. So you rented a car. You've been in that car. I drive into fucking Orlando. I rob McDonald's in Orlando. I come back and I go, and okay, thanks. Yeah, you rented it, but what if you were fucking out all weekend and you didn't even know I took your car? I did something and I brought it back. Okay. My point is, I don't have any knowledge of what we're doing. Evidently, this person is pretending to or does. I don't want someone paying for this.
Oh, I think he's so smart.
Sounds like you're saying even if they track down the Prius, even if there's DNA or fingerprints in the Prius, meaning like they can link someone to the Prius, that's not going to be enough evidence to make any arrests in this case. Is that what you're saying?
No, not at all. What I'm doing is I'm restating.
You've answered my question.
Can I give you an
on redirect? You'll have an opportunity.
Well,
my question was.
One moment.
My question
We're not
was,
just wildly arguing. Mr. Adelson, please answer the question.
Okay.
I can just ask you a yes or no question.
Please allow me to answer your question.
Okay.
Can I?
Yeah.
Okay, sure.
Help yourself out.
What I was saying to Katie is that the information she had just told me in the car about Sigfredo not being there when the crime was committed, she told me that Sigfredo was high on drugs at the hotel and that Luis had rented a car and that he's the one who killed Dan. And I'm restating to her that I don't have any knowledge of what went on, and that all I know is that Sigfredo wasn't even there when this happened. So that's what I'm restating to her.
That Sigfredo can't be caught even if he's connected to the crime, to the car?
I know that Sigfredo wasn't the one who killed Dan.
Okay. Wouldn't it be good for you, because you know now that Sigfredo is the extortionist, right? She just told you that in the car?
Sigfredo, yeah.
Okay. And wouldn't it be good for you if the police investigation into the Prius led to the arrest of the killers/extortionists?
If they arrested the people who killed Dan?
Yeah.
I know the extortion would stop. As long as I kept my mouth shut, I'd be safe.
Right. So why are you trying to argue to her that like the car is not going to lead anywhere? They're not going to be able to do anything with the car.
That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying that I know that Sigfredo wasn't the one who killed him.
Did you say on this recording if they're a bad guy, there's two ways of dealing with it? Go ahead and contact the police. They'll contact him, the blackmailer, and arrange a setup. Take him down, and he'll proffer 10 years, and now tell us everything you know, or else you're going to serve 10 years in prison. Next thing you know, this person is singing. He's calling out your name. My parents are going to have to tell the story of what happened. Singing about what? About the extortion?
No, I think you're reading it wrong. I know the audible is bad.
What would
are those the words?
Yes, sir. What would the...
Yeah, I'm surprised that the judge didn't admonish him again afterwards. How's your day going, Deadpool?
The extortionist, and now I'm referring to the one that contacted your mother.
The Latin King extortion.
Well, they're both Latin kings, right?
The second extortion.
What would they have to sing about?
The second extortion would be singing and talking about the first extortion, where they learned their information from.
Who cares? That doesn't have anything to do with you.
Well, when they catch the first extortion, Katie's tied to them and I'm tied to Katie. They're going to come talk to us, and we're going to be in danger when we tell them what happened. So I was saying if they catch the second, they're going to turn in on the first, and that's the same thing I said yesterday.
You gave very precise instructions to Catherine McBanoa on what she was to say when she calls the phone number, right?
Yeah,
Did you do that?
Absolutely.
And then you say, quote, "You'd better kill him because he's going to be a big problem. And he knows who you are. If he can't do it, I'll have someone else do it." Aren't you telling her that if Garcia can't handle this problem and kill whoever's behind this, you will have someone else do it?
You're reading it totally wrong.
It's a yes or no question, sir.
No, you're wrong.
When Dan Markel's murder was taking too long to happen, didn't you tell Catherine McBanoa that if she couldn't get it done, you would find someone else to do it?
No, I've never said that either.
And then you say in the recording, I'm back to Dolce now, yeah, and guess what? When the effing police show up and there's a doctor, there's an oral surgeon standing there with a dead gang member, and
I remember this. And they were like, he was like, well, who are they going to believe, me or the dead gang member? And I think that's exactly the mindset that he had going to this trial. The mindset that he had, Donna had. They're like, hey, we're affluent white people, Miami, we're doctors. Pfft, they're not going to accuse us of doing this shit. This is some dirty work shit.
When the effing police show up and there's a doctor, there's an oral surgeon standing there with a dead gang member in his effing driveway, they're not going to come down too hard on me. So you knew you'd be believed if you went to the police, right?
I didn't know I'd be believed, but I feared for my life.
And then you say, so help me God, if they fuck with my family, it's going to be fucking Nazi shit. Because this will be done. You know what I'm saying? I mean, Katie, I don't care what I spend, okay? I swear to God. What is Nazi shit?
That's an expression that Katie would use to describe someone that's going crazy. I think the Nazis were absolutely crazy people. So I'm saying I'm going to get somebody to go crazy on the guy that's trying to extort my mom for money. I'll pay someone to go threaten him and to scare him. I was not talking about killing anybody.
Well, you say the word kill, yes?
No. Oh, when you're putting the words in my mouth, well, we can do that sentence.
Do you say the word kill?
I'm talking about if Sigfredo's coming after you, he's such a dangerous guy, you'd have to kill him to stop him. That's the only thing you could do. Not talking about killing the extorter. I'm talking second extortion.
Okay.
I'm saying that if Sigfredo's coming after you, the only thing that you could do is you'd have to kill him to stop it. I'm not talking about killing anybody. I'm talking about that's the only way that you could stop Sigfredo from coming after you is you would have to kill him. And that's exactly what I said there.
And by the way, Sigfredo coming up back here, 5K. All he wanted was 5K.
You're wrong. That's exactly what I said.
All right, thank you. Nazis kill, right? Isn't that like their primary objective?
No, I think Nazis are insane, crazy people.
That exterminate, right?
That kill, yes, but they're crazy. That was an expression she would use, and that's when I used it to her. But it's basically saying I'm gonna have someone go crazy on this guy. I could have used the word crazy. I thought it was interchangeable. Isn't
what you're doing here in this portion of the tape feeling her out to make sure Garcia doesn't have any bad feelings toward you?
When I said it, yeah, I thought he could have been behind the second extortion. I think I've said that before.
And you go into like how your relationships didn't overlap, you never disrespected him, and you mentioned that you don't think that I assume you mean these other people, associates that have contacted your mom, would want to mess with his connections, right? Remember?
You're talking about the copycat extortion.
Right. And then you ask if he's too far removed, or can he still make a call? Are you referring to Garcia in that?
Yeah, exactly.
So can Garcia make a call to try to figure out who this is?
Okay, Garcia helped stop the second extortion. Someone's doing a piggyback extortion on the first. That's exactly what I said.
On the topic of conversation for Catherine McBanoa, don't you say, I look for things to do, I show you, that's the difference? You don't ask me for shit. You said all those things, right?
Absolutely, because that's proving what I've been saying all along is that I didn't think she was part of this, so I was doing things to keep her happy from time to time. Ethan's birthday I brought up there. I gave her $300. I helped her out with the car when her car was broken, for sure.
And then you say, listen, you giving somebody money is not an admission of any kind of guilt. Would paying the money have made her look guilty?
That's what she was saying to me. She said it's the police. You can't pay the police. They're going to think you were part of a murder and they're going to arrest you.
But if it was an extortionist, it could have created a monster, right?
And if you don't pay the extortionist, you could get killed.
So when
Or you
these
could keep getting
guys...
extorted.
I'm sorry, go ahead.
I said if you don't pay the extortionist, you could get killed, or you could keep getting extorted.
But your main concern was that if we pay, this guy will think I'm an ATM machine, right? He'll keep coming back again and again and again. Don't you articulate that to Catherine Mag?
Exactly.
If it was an extorter, that was one of the concerns. The other
And it's like, well, why were you concerned about having to pay this guy over and over again? And I mean, you were already doing it, weren't you? Weren't you already doing it the first time?
concern was not paying him and getting killed.
But what you say is, well, I don't remember the quote exactly. The main concern, what I'm most worried about, is that they're going to keep coming back for more, right?
I don't remember using the word the main concern.
But what you don't say in here is like what you or your homies have been doing to me for 2 years.
Of course not. I don't want her to think I'm setting her up.
Why are you explaining extortion and how extortion works to Catherine Magbanua?
In there?
Yeah.
Because I know.
But she knows too, doesn't she?
So I repeat myself. I do that.
True. If she was the one who's doing the extorting, why are you trying to explain to her what extorting means? Oh my lord.
So explain it to your mother how extortion works, and she's has known about it for 2 years too, right?
From what I told her, yeah.
Doesn't add up. The pieces are falling.
I'm reminding her.
Falling apart.
Then you say, if someone's messing with you, they're messing with me. And if someone's messing with me, they're messing with you. It's one and the same, right?
Yes, I said that.
You're in this together, right?
We're both innocent.
Should we watch Jeff Lacoste's testimony?
You were very obviously relieved on the wire when you came to the conclusion that this was law enforcement. Would you agree with that?
Very relieved, yeah.
All right. And at that same time that on the wire you're expressing relief, or I should say, shortly after all the relief expressed on the wire, we've got the arrest of Catherine Magbanua, right?
No.
No. Okay. Would you agree that it goes relief on the wire, then arrest of Catherine Magbanua?
Do you want to give me dates? Because Kathy was arrested 6 months later.
Okay.
The
Can
wire
we
was in
agree
April,
that
she was
you were
arrested in
very
October.
relieved on the wire, and that 6 months later, Catherine Magbanua was arrested?
She was arrested 6 months later, correct?
And 6 months later, after you were completely relieved on the wire, you begin to exhibit these extreme behavior changes that we've heard about. And what is your explanation for that?
Because I thought I'd be falsely arrested.
Oh man, I feel like every time she's turning the pages, this makes him so nervous. George's like, hold on a second. I got you.
Did you encourage Catherine Magbanua to reconcile with Garcia? That's a yes or no.
Yes, for sure I did.
Was that
Oh, thanks, Nicole.
a good decision for her or a good decision for you?
Neither.
You've heard your lawyer say that you talk a lot. Do you agree with that?
Yes, I did.
And you talk a lot on the wire, right?
Yes, I do.
On the wire, the jailhouse calls.
Do you agree you're not a direct person?
My direct person?
There's a lot of circular talking on the wire.
I mean, however you want to describe my mannerisms of talking, you're welcome to describe them.
I'll do that in closing. What I'm asking is, do you agree that
mean-
you are like that?
I think at times I'm direct, for sure.
Do you have a way of saying things without really saying it?
No, I think I'm pretty direct with things.
Do you think you can talk your way out of this?
No, I don't. I'm not part of a murder.
Who are they going to believe, right? An oral surgeon or a gangster?
That's extorting me in my driveway and coming and threatening me?
I feel like his hairline's receding by every question.
You're untouchable, right?
No, I'm not part of this murder.
There's a lot of talk about going to the police on the wire, which I think we've well established did not happen. But you've always gone to the police before, right?
I've had other things that I've gone to the police for, yeah.
You've gone to the police in reference to something to do with your child's mother? Yes or no?
Yes.
You've gone to the police when you were threatened to be blackmailed over something with a woman back in 2015? Remember that?
No, I didn't go to the police.
Did you send a letter from your lawyer indicating that describing her actions as an attempted shakedown and indicating that not only will Dr. Adelson never pay a settlement.
Oh my God. Wait, who is this woman? This is in 2015 too. Wait, who was this woman? Oh, child's mother? Wait, what?
But you've always gone to the police before, right?
I've had other things that I've gone to the police for, yeah.
You've gone to the police in reference to something to do with your child's mother? Yes or no?
Yes.
Oral surgeon during the day. Gangster during the day, but mama's boys always.
You've gone to the police when you were threatened to be blackmailed over something with a woman back in 2015. Remember that?
No, I didn't go to the police.
Did you send a letter from your lawyer indicating that describing her actions as an attempted shakedown and indicating that not only will Dr. Adelson never pay a settlement,
what does she have on him? Who is this woman?
Will undoubtedly prevail and seek attorney's fees against your client.
Right, that's a civil complaint, and somebody was making an unfounded civil complaint and threatening filing a lawsuit, and an attorney handled the civil complaint. The police were never notified. But it was a civil suit.
It was somebody trying to shake you down for money.
It was a unfounded claim from a civil suit to me and another dentist that it was involving.
It was a claim that potentially had criminal implications as well, wasn't it, Doctor?
For me?
Yes.
No. There was never a police investigation with that.
In 2018, did you report an aggravated assault where a vehicle was driving aggressively and narrowly avoided striking you?
I had a reporter almost kill my 10-week-old puppy dog that I was walking because I was going for a walk in the morning and he was stalking outside my house.
In 2018, did you report an aggravated assault where a vehicle was driving aggressively and narrowly avoided striking?
I feel like he threw the puppy dog part in just to get sympathy.
You.
He was more able to hit my dog too, but yeah.
Do your nephews deserve to know the whole truth about who killed their father?
Yeah, now they do.
Do Danny's parents deserve to know what happened to their son?
Absolutely.
And you say you knew. I mean, you now say you knew a big piece of what happened, right?
Yes.
Do you feel bad about not volunteering that to Danny's parents?
I feel a sense of relief that now I was able to tell everybody what finally happened.
Yesterday. Almost 10 years later, right?
Yeah.
And that's because you didn't just know a big piece of it. You were a big piece of it, weren't you, Doctor?
I was extorted and I knew a lot, yeah.
One moment, please, Your Honor.
No, wait, what? That's it? That's it? We want more of Georgia. Is there a redirect? Wait, I want to know what happened in the civil suit. What were they alleging? I bet you can find it. Oh, what county was it in? Where are they in again? They're in like the rich area, right? Like Coral Gables, Fort Lauderdale or something like that. Oh my Lord. I love listening to Georgia try this case. Her closing argument is like 2 hours long. Do I want to listen to 2 hours long closing argument? All right, I'm gonna use the bathroom real quick. Yeah, Georgia, I mean, we're gonna see Georgia again when Mrs. Donald Adelson goes up there. We'll get more of Georgia. I love the thing that Charlie was mad about with the closing argument was that Georgia made it all very clear and easy to understand. Yes. That's why I think she did a really good job with the beginning of her cross-examination. I know, I kept saying he looked like Frodo, and I love Lord of the Rings. Ugh. 73 and sunny. That sounds about right. I think we have perfect weather today as well. No rain in the foreseeable future. Actually, let me slide. Do we have rain? Okay. Oh, okay. There was this video that I wanted to show you guys. Oh my god. I wanted to show you guys this video. I had to look through my history though. Man, it was so crazy. Shit. Oh my god, I'm gonna get Charlie off. I'm gonna get the thumbnails off. Body cam, body cam. Is that Shiro? Is he snoring? It's so cute when Doug snores. So cute. Oh, wait, there's a longer version of this? Oh. I want to watch the shorter version. Wait, this is like 3 hours long. There's one that I watched that was only... Did I watch this already? The hell? I can't find it. There's a video that I was going to show you guys. It was like, oh, it's like so... Oh, maybe it was this one. Anyways, how you guys doing today? You guys eat anything yet? I'm getting a little bit hungry. What? It's snowing in Columbus in Ohio? What? Wait, where did the video go? Did it disappear off the internet? I guess I'll have to find it and then I'll get back to you guys. Okay. Well, that was one thing I was gonna... Oh, wait. Have you guys been following the Who the Fuck Did I Marry series on TikTok? I kind of want to watch it. I've never seen any of it yet, but I've seen the thumbnails, I heard about it, and I read some articles. Hello, how are you doing today? My dog learned how to snore from my dog. Oh, it's so cute. You've seen it? Anime, yes? I haven't seen it yet. They've re-uploaded it on YouTube, so we can watch it, and I think we can speed it up and we can watch it, because I haven't seen it yet, and I think it's about a woman who marries this guy, and then she ends up finding out that he lied about everything. I don't know if he's like a scammer or something like I don't know anything about it, but I've seen like those true crime videos about women getting scammed, like older women who are, you know, either affluent, divorced with a lot of money, getting scammed by like these younger dudes, and they just go after them because, you know, for the monies and all that stuff. And sometimes they even try to murder them to try to collect money. You mean Legion? I don't know. It's just called like Who the Fuck Did I Marry series. Oh my lord. Yeah, I want to watch that. But I don't know if you guys have seen it yet. One, in chat if you guys know what I'm talking about. The Who the Fuck Did I Marry on TikTok. One, if you know what I'm talking about. Two, if you don't know what I'm talking about. And three, if you watched it. I'm going to try to remember. One is yes. Two is no. Three is you've already watched it. I haven't seen any of it yet. I haven't seen any of it. One, vaguely. Yeah, right? I'm in the vague too. 1 and 3. Okay, 1. 2 is no. 34 degrees. Oh, who's experiencing 34 degrees weather? Oh, 14 degrees Celsius. Sunny here. I have no balcony, but a small yard that gets like no light. I grow moss out of there. Really good. I've seen the clips. I don't have TikTok. Yeah, it's been popping up on YouTube. So I was like thinking maybe we'll watch it on YouTube together. We can dedicate like a whole day to do that, I think. I think it'll take a bit. Guerrilla gardening. What's guerrilla gardening? Oh yeah, I have moss on my brick. Should I leave it or should I be scraping that crap off? Okay, well, there's this video that I wanted to watch with you guys. I can't find the video, but why don't we just get sucked into this really quick, okay? Because this popped up my feed and I was like, it's kind of interesting. I think it's kind of stupid, but I think it's kind of interesting. It's definitely intriguing. But there's this whole uproar. I don't know if it's just on TikTok, maybe TikTok and Twitter. I don't know. It sounds really dumb, but it is interesting. So there are people on the internet that are like wondering, where the fuck is Kate Middleton? Where is she at? Because apparently they haven't seen Kate Middleton since, I don't know, December or something like that. And when the public was demanding where she was, they would post photos and people are like, no, that's photoshopped. There's no way. And I think Kate Middleton was having surgery, and then people were making jokes like, oh, she's having a BBL, because, you know, there are people that do BBLs and disappear, but like, no, Kate's not doing BBL, okay? Like, no, she's not doing a BBL. But she was like having some surgery or something, and people were saying that like, oh, well, maybe she disappeared because, you know, there was some domestic violence. Like, I don't know, people were going like the deep end, okay? They were going to like dark territory. But there were pictures that were out and people were, you know, zooming in, saying that like zippers don't align and that like, oh, this shirt's actually this color and they probably photoshopped it to make it look like this color, blah, blah, blah. You think she's ill? That's what I was thinking. I was like, you know, I think it's just a reasonable explanation. I think she's just sick. I think she's sick, or maybe she's, you know, just like, I don't know, whether it's physical or whether it's like, you know, mentally. I think she's just sick. And I think that she's just like, you know, stepping away. But I don't know. Or maybe, you know, the pictures are real and people are just looking way too much into it. I don't know. Spend the whole day streaming? No. No. Unless it's video games. I can do video games, but to talk for that long, I can't. I don't know watch the Who the Fuck Did I Marry. I lived it. My ex-husband did not tell me he was bipolar. He behaved himself while you guys were dating. Once we were married, he no longer had to. Oh, I hope you axed him, or not like literally axed him, but like, you know, kick him to the curb. She had a stomach surgery. I don't understand why people want to see her. Yeah, I feel like, and it's not like they haven't seen her for, you know, like 2 years. I'm like, bro, it's only December. It's only been like 3 months. It's only been 3 months. It hasn't been that long. But I don't know. Let's read into it. Okay, let's get into this. Because it is interesting. Kate, the Princess of Wales, has been at the center of public controversy recently for her complete absence from the public spotlight. Kate, the 42-year-old wife of Prince William and mother of their 3 children, has faced online speculation about her health and well-being since January, when she was hospitalized for nearly 2 weeks following surgery. Kate's absence from the public eye, coupled with the lack of details about her surgery and recovery. Hold on, let me get the ads off the screen. Goodbye, ads. Caused the speculation to grow. A photo released Sunday of Kate and her kids, Princes George and Louis. Is it Louis or Louis? Louis and Princess Charlie. It only seemed to make matters worse for the royals. Here's a look at the timeline of events dating back to Kate's last official public appearance. Is it this picture? What is this? Oh yeah, I think this is the picture where people are like zooming in. They're like, nope. March 16, 2024. Kate reportedly spotted in... Wait, hold on a second. We're going... Should I start from the bottom? I should start from the bottom, shouldn't I? Okay, I should start from the bottom. We'll start from the bottom. December 25. It's like barely been like 3 months. December 25, 2023. Kate makes her last official public appearance. Kate joins members of the royal family as they walk to church in Sandringham on Christmas morning. Following royal tradition, Kate, dressed in blue, was seen smiling and talking to onlookers as she and William walked hand in hand with George, Charlotte, and Louis at a royal family estate in Norfolk, England. January 16, 2024, Kate is admitted to London Hospital. Kate was admitted to London Clinic in January 16, according to a statement issued by Kensington Palace the next day. Oh, hello! Oh my God, that sounds so good. Go Lucky. Give me that chicken. That looks delicious. January 17, 2024, Kate has successful surgery, Kensington Palace reveals. The day after Kate was admitted to the hospital, the palace issued a public statement announcing that Kate has been hospitalized on January 16 for a planned abdominal surgery. The palace said the surgery was successful and that Kate was expected to remain hospitalized for 10 to 14 days before returning to the family's home to recover. Jesus, I mean, like, do they really need to give updates about royalties? Like, oh, she's been hospitalized. Oh, abdominal surgery. Okay, she's gonna be hospitalized for 10 to 14 days. Like, do they really need to give these kind of updates? Jesus. The palace did not provide further details on the type of surgery Kate underwent, but confirmed to ABC News that the princess' medical condition was non-cancerous. At the time, the palace noted that Kate would not likely resume her public duties until after Easter. The Princess of Wales appreciates the interest in this statement will generate. She hopes that the public will understand her desire to maintain as much more normality for her children as possible and her wish that her personal medical information remains private. The Princess of Wales wishes to apologize to all those concerned. Why? For the fact that she has to postpone her upcoming engagement. She looks forward to reinstating as many as possible as soon as possible. You ain't gotta apologize. The palace also said that William would temporarily postpone his engagement to help care for Kate and their kids as she recovered. I mean, abdominal surgery, and then you have to be hospitalized at 10 to 14 days. That sounds pretty gnarly. January 18, William is photographed leaving the hospital. William was photographed driving himself away from the London clinic, presumably after a private visit with Kate. The couple's 3 children were not believed to have visited Kate in the hospital during the stay. Hi, Storm. How are you doing today? How's it going? January 29, Kate is discharged from the hospital. On January 29, Kensington Palace shared an update stating that Kate would have been discharged from the hospital. In quotations, the Princess of Wales has returned home to Windsor to continue her recovery from surgery. She's making good progress, the palace said. I should wear my glasses, actually. The Prince and Princesses wishes to say a huge thank you to the entire team at the London Clinic, especially the dedicated nursing staff for the care they have provided. The spokesperson added, the Wales family continues to be grateful for all those well wishers that they receive from all around the world. I was tempted to do an accent, but I quickly stopped myself. Okay, I was very tempted to. February 7th. 2024. William resumes public duties. William returned to his public duties for the first time following Kate's surgery and made his first public comments about Kate. Early in the day on February 7th, William led an investiture ceremony at Windsor Castle, stepping in for his father, King Charles III, whose cancer diagnosis had been publicly shared just 2 days prior on February 5th. In the evening, William attended a fundraiser gala alongside... Do you guys pronounce it gala or gala? I don't know. I hear it both ways. I watch Real Housewives, and sometimes they say gala, sometimes they say gala. I feel like gala sounds too pretentious, but what's the right way? How do you guys pronounce that word? Oh, wait, Tom Cruise was there? Oh, you know something about to go down. I'm just kidding. In the evening, William attended a fundraising gala alongside Tom Cruise for London's Air Ambulance charity, where he spoke about Charles and Kate. So Tom Cruise is involved now, y'all. February 18, William attends the BAFTA Awards without Kate. As William resumes his public duties, he arrives solo at the 2024 BAFTA Awards, one of the most high-profile events Kate has traditionally attended with her husband each year. This year, William, who serves as president of the British Academy of Film and Television Arts, that's what BAFTA is, walked the red carpet and attended the award show on his own. It's gala, not rich enough to know. True! True. Gala. I don't know. I've heard it pronounced both ways. I don't know if there's a real way to pronounce it or what. But I feel like people who say gala, I don't know. It just sounds super pretentious to me. I feel like gala. Gala sounds. It's not gala. I've heard people say gala. Okay, on the Real Housewives. All right. February 27. William misses royal engagement due to a personal matter. Online speculation about Kate's well-being reached a fever pitch in late February when William had to drop out of a royal engagement due to what the palace said was a personal matter. On February 27, William missed a service of Thanksgiving for his godfather, King Constantine of Greece, at St. George's Chapel. ABC News confirmed at the time that a personal matter was not related to Charles' health. Unfortunately, the Prince of Wales is no longer able to attend the King Constantine Memorial Service this morning due to a personal matter, the Palace said in the statement at this time, declining to share further details. February 29, Palace spokesperson shares update on Kate. Amid a growing amount of online speculation about Kate's health, a Palace spokesperson told ABC News on February 29 that Kate was doing well as she continued to recover. The spokesperson also brushed off online speculation. Also, Kate's family, where are they located? Just call it the rich people party? The gulag? Where are Kate's family members? Do they have a good relationship with the royal palace people? Do they live in England? Do they live in somewhere else? Wait, is Kate, is she American? Genuine question. I don't know anything about royal people. I know about Meghan and Henry, okay? Or Henry or Harry, whatever the fuck his name is. Henry. Is she American or is she also like British? Or neither? The spokesperson also, oh shit. Kate was doing well as she continued to recover. The spokesperson also brushed offline speculation, telling ABC News, Kensington Palace made it clear in January the timeline of the prince's recovery and would only be providing significant updates. That guidance stands. The comment on Kate was the first one shared by the Palace since late January when Kate was discharged from the hospital. Oh, she is English. Oh, okay. Gotcha. Oh, that's right, because Meghan's whole angle was that people hated on her because she was American. Okay. March 4. Kate is photographed in a car with her mum. Kate was seen the first time since December when she was photographed riding in a car driven by her mom on March 4. Kate and her mom, Carol Middleton, was photographed in Windsor, England, where Kate and her family lived. The photograph was not released or authorized by Kensington Palace. We don't get the picture, right? I know there's a picture of Kate in the car and people were saying that the wheels didn't line up or something like that. The wheels, tires, something like that. Okay, so we don't have access to that picture. March 6th. The palace issues William's response to online speculation about Kate. Amid the speculation around Kate's well-being, a palace spokesperson issued a brief statement to People magazine. The spokesperson said of William, he is focused on his work and not on social media. This is the picture here. Oh, this is the picture. March 10. Kate shares photo and message on Mother's Day. Oh, Mother's Day in UK is in March. Ours is in May in America. Kate marked Mother's Day in the UK March 10 by sharing a photo on X of herself smiling and surrounded by her 3 kids. The image was the first official photo of Kate the public has seen since December. Thank you for your kind wishes and continued support over the last 2 months. Wishing everyone a happy Mother's Day, Kate wrote in the post, which was signed C, a nod to her full name, Catherine. The post credited William as the photographer. Okay, so this is the picture that's in question. I don't know, people were zooming in on like zippers and I don't know. I mean, if we're looking at this picture right now, would you guys have guessed that it was photoshopped? Or edited or anything like that? I don't know. It looks like a solid picture, right? It looks like a solid picture. They were saying like the hands, like her wrapping her hands around her kids didn't line up or it was blurry or something like that. Okay, here we go. March 10. Photo agencies retract Kate's photo. The photo of Kate and her kids was picked up by several international news agencies, including the Associated Press, Reuters, I don't know how to pronounce it, Reuters, Getty Images, and Agence France Presse. Those agencies later retracted the image, saying it may have been edited by the royals prior to the release. You know, I see these circles here, but I'm not really seeing. Oh, like right here. Oh, I can see this part, I guess. It's like faded and edited funky. This part, maybe like the red underneath her hair. I don't fucking know. Charlotte's sleeve is missing. Wait, what? Charlotte's sleeve is missing. Who? Where? I actually don't know which kid is which. I mean, obviously this one's Charlotte, right? Her hair is chopped off. She has layered hair, though. Her hair's layered, right? I mean, like, sometimes my hair could look like it's, like, chopped like this, and then sometimes it's long. It just looks like it's layered to me, no? CGI. Wait, Charlotte's sleeve is missing. I don't see it. People are seeing things where there's nothing to see. I don't see it either. I heard about not wearing the wedding ring thing. But, I mean, who wants to wear the wedding ring all the time? This is like a family vacation thing, right? They're like family, hanging out, chilling. I don't know. Like, do you need to wear your wedding ring all the time? It's like a naturally chopped off. I don't see it. Let me see. I'm going to zoom in more. Oh, the zooming in more didn't help. I don't know. I don't really see it. I edit in Photoshop, so I see things like that. I do like amateur editing in Photoshop. Like this part, I see like the sleeve is kind of like cut off right there. It's a little bit fuzzy. Enhance. This one, I don't know what they're... Okay, sorry, I should just read the content, but they'll probably explain it to us, right? The Associated Press said it appeared the source had manipulated the image in a way that did not meet AP's photo standards. PA Media Group, the news agency in the United Kingdom, also retracted the image. Haney Farid, fucking up that name, a computer science professor at the University of California at Berkeley, told ABC News his analysis of the photo shows relatively minor photo manipulation. If you look at the sleeve of the girl on the right, you see that there's traces of manipulation. I think it's mostly likely it's either some bad Photoshop to, for example, remove a stain on the sweater, or the result of on-photo camera compositing that combines multiple photos together to get a photo where everyone is smiling. For the latter, if the subjects move between successive images, it can cause this type of ghosting. Farid continues, either way, I think it's unlikely that this is anything more than a relatively minor photo manipulation. In addition, there's no evidence that this image is entirely AI generated. March 10. Wait, that's all they're going to say? That's it? I thought they're going to give more details about the zipper and the hair. I think I take mine off to go to bed. Also, both Kate's hands are different from each other. One hand is manicured. Wait, really? No, they don't look like it. Wait, Rain, do you have a better post that does a better breakdown of the pictures? Because, okay, I see this hand, and I feel like that hand doesn't look like it looks the same to me. I thought like maybe one hand had like a French manicure and the other one was bare bones. That would be hilarious. The sheer size of the wedding ring is intimidating. Yeah, she has like the big old like blue wedding ring, right? Hold on. Kate wedding ring. Like, unless she has a backup ring. Some people do have backup rings. Kate Middleton. Oh yeah, sorry. It's like this blue wedding ring. Bruh. This one right here, right? Yo, that shit is big. It's in the way. Unless she has like another backup ring that she wears just in place, like a band or something. Yeah, it's very pretty. What? I don't see any of that. There's something about the trees. What's the trees? Like, does it not work? Maybe like, I don't know. I'm a newbie. Okay, if there's like a better post that breaks this down, let me know. They use AI, hence the shit results. Maybe like AI to fill in some like background stuff, but I don't know. But then why would this part be like fudge? Like why this part right here? What would cause this to be all funky? Oh, you posted on news and memes? Thank you. Rain is always on top of it. Okay. Oh God, no, ads, go away. Initially, the palace refused to comment, but on Monday, the Princess of Wales apologized as she admitted to editing what was the first official photo of her since she underwent abdominal surgery. Said it was taken by Prince William. The photo shows a mother smiling, surrounded by her children. Oh my God, how do I get this to go away? Close. Okay, there we go. So let's go with the timeline. Let's see. Oh, she says right here. This is March 11th, so the next day. Kate acknowledges in a public apology that on her Mother's Day post was edited and apologized for any confusion those alterations caused. Like many amateur photographers, I do occasionally experiment with editing. I wanted to express my apologies for any confusion the family photo we shared yesterday that we shared yesterday caused. I hope everyone celebrating had a very happy Mother's Day. That's it? That's all she wrote? Ugh. That's all she wrote? Okay. So this doesn't line up. Yeah, I see the blurry part right there. Okay. That's the only thing that I see. Okay, the zipper. Eric Baradat, photo director for AFP, said it is clear to any experienced digital image professional that has been doctored. It has been done in a very amateurish way. Highlighted Kate's zip, which is not lined up in the photo, claimed there had been edits to the princess's face, sweater, hair, and skirt. He pointed out apparent alterations to the sweater worn by Prince Louis and George. Oh, the zipper doesn't line. Oh, like the zipper starts here and then it starts fading this way, right? Is that is that what it is? At first I thought it meant like it doesn't line up with this part. I'm like, bro, that's like, look how far it is. Okay, so they're just saying that the zipper just, like, it acts funky right here, I guess. I don't know. Barbara says he spotted copy-paste, such as blurring, calling the edits very gross and visible. Oh, yeah, the fingers. All right, what do people say about the fingers? There's been a huge amount of speculation from royal fans suggesting potential issues with the pictures. It's important that the princess' wedding ring does not appear to be on her finger. Well, I mean, I feel like sometimes people just take off their wedding ring. While Louis's finger appears to be in an unusual position. The tree in the background appeared to be in full bloom when it's only March. Oh, I heard about that. Others have queried the white skirting behind the family, and the bottom of the image seems to be wonky. The what? The white skirting? What is that? What is white skirting? I don't know what a white skirting is. Is that British for some word? She may have just done the dishes too. I mean, I don't know. The finger thing, I don't really see. I feel like they can go into more details about this. I don't know. Take my hands off before doing the dishes. I have full blooming trees in my garden. Yeah, they were saying like, oh, if it's March in I guess the UK, the trees wouldn't have been like this bloomed, I guess. I don't know. I don't know what the weather's like. Maybe it's been a lot warmer than usual. Okay, I don't know. I'm like, okay. Kate was reportedly seen looking very happy, relaxed, and healthy on a visit to a local farm shop with William near their home in Windsor, England on Saturday. Early in the day, William and Kate reportedly watched the three children play sports. No photographs were shared of Kate reportedly out and about of her day-to-day life. That's about it. Okay, I don't know. I'm like, I feel like, yeah, she probably edited, or maybe someone else edited to you know, throw a bone to the public. But I don't know. It's just very interesting. Like the whole internet's been like really hot and heavy about this. Her right hand is blurry, but then Louis' sweater isn't. Let me see. Let's see. Right, this one right here. Her right hand is blurry. I don't know. I need to zoom in more. I don't really see it. Ariana Grande said she had her wedding ring clean, that we shouldn't worry, and 1 month later she got divorced. I heard about the Ariana Grande stuff. That sounds like a whole hot mess. Yes, September you lose all the leaves, and March everything comes back. Meanwhile, nobody questions about Kardashians edit their butts to make them look big. I guess they were worn out from picking on Meghan, so now it's like time to hate on Kate. I mean, they're not hating on Kate. I think they're just trying to express like concern and like, where is she? But I don't know. Anyways, that's what the Kate stuff. If there's any updates though, let me know, because it's stupid, but it's interesting. Maybe there'll be something out of it. Maybe not. And then was there anything else I'm going to show you guys? Oh, by the way, for those of you guys who have kids, I didn't realize, but digging holes in the beach can be very dangerous. This is so sad. Hold on a second. I think it's in my history still. This is super sad. Yeah, this right here. Oh my God, it's so sad.
The parents of a 7-year-old girl.
Hold on, I don't want to get copyright. Yeah, so family goes on vacation. They go to a beach in Fort Lauderdale, and the kids are just playing around, digging holes in the sand. And then all of a sudden, I still don't understand how it happened, but the sand somehow collapsed on them, and people were trying to dig them out. No, it wasn't even quicksand. It was just, I still don't understand how this happens. Because I'm like, wait a second, how deep were the holes that the kids were digging? Hello, Emperor. Hello. How was your work day? How's it going? I don't know, it's like super sad. And then one of the kids passed away.
Shells and playing in the sand.
Danger in the sand.
Looking up, finding seashells and playing in the sand.
Jason and Teresa Mattingly say they were enjoying the perfect beach day with their 2 young children when the unthinkable happened.
And of course, looking now, I'm like, well, of course. And so that part's really frustrating because I'm like, man.
Last month, 7-year-old Sloan and her 9-year-old brother Maddox were digging in the sand at this Fort Lauderdale area beach.
Yeah, like, I don't know, you're just digging in the sand. Like, we do that as kids. I feel like all kids do this. But then there was some expert that went on and was like, oh, digging in the sand is like actually really dangerous. I'm like, I've never heard about this before, ever.
When things took a devastating turn. This happened in an instant.
It's kind of a blur, and it's probably maybe my mind protecting itself. But it just happened so fast. And in my mind, I had her in my hands, but the weight of the sand was too much.
It didn't matter that we were literally right there. It was just a hole and there's nothing. And then it just became chaos and horror.
Several people frantically calling 911.
And a bunch of men are digging on the beach.
People were desperate to help you. I told her to call 911, and then it turned out she's a nurse. And once Maddox our son got out of the sand and they were checking him out of the beach, she stayed with him because like I wanted to be digging. And so she sat with him the whole time, and she was just she's so kind.
The family said,
yeah, I don't know if maybe there were some air holes underneath the sand already and it just like completely collapsed, or I mean, that's a huge fucking hole. I can't imagine kids digging. I mean, obviously it's been dug up, but like I can't imagine kids digging a hole so deep that it would just cave in. I don't know. That's crazy to me.
As it took nearly 20 minutes to fully get the children out of the hole, several...
Like 20 minutes? How many kids? Just 2 kids. Just 2 kids there.
Feet deep, but say it felt like time stood still. Sloan was rushed to a nearby hospital. Tragically, she did not survive.
It was so sad. She's only 7 years old.
What would you say to those people who were on the beach who jumped forward?
Thank you to the first responders.
The hospital, everyone.
Everyone tried their hardest, and unfortunately it didn't work out in our favor.
Experts warn that sandholes, even relatively small ones, pose serious danger on the beach.
I've never heard about that before. Sandholes posing danger on the beach? Like, I don't get it. I'm still so confused about this. So I had to like jump around a lot because we don't want to get copyright strike, or sometimes, you know, the YouTube, it's a little bit sensitive than Twitch.
Take a group of kids ages 5 to 11 years old, all varying in height. The shortest 3'7", the tallest 4'11". Experts say any hole dug should be no deeper than the knee of the shortest person digging it. In this case, about 9 inches.
Was there a lifeguard on duty on the beach?
Then we would like to see change if we can. Again.
Oh, and this family, they're like super sweet, by the way. I think, you know, like sometimes when you're a news reporter, you're trying to get people to say some juicy stuff. They're not even blaming anyone, you know.
In public beach.
Yeah, that would be something we would like to see change if we can. Again, we don't place any blame on Lauderdale by the Sea.
In a statement to ABC News, the town of Lauderdale by the Sea says that they are developing a national safety campaign, telling us we will share it with as many coastal communities as possible.
Yeah, I'm so crazy. I've never heard about this before.
And it's about kisses and hugs and songs.
Now the Mattingleys remembering their bright and vivacious daughter who loved unicorns and Taylor Swift.
Oh, wait, no, sorry, copyright song. I'm sorry. She's dancing to Taylor Swift, though.
Joy. She just lived life. She would come out in the morning and she would fist pump right out of bed.
Come out and just...
She'd always be so happy.
She wasn't into like the big, like take me to Disney. She was like, just come dance with me in the living room. And so we did.
As other families prepare to flock to beaches for the spring break season.
Yeah, because essentially there's like no oxygen and you're like suffocating. And so, I don't know. I feel like that's like so terrifying to go through. Like even as an adult, but like for a kid, like that's so horrifying.
The Mattingleys' message through their tragedy, heartbreakingly clear.
If we can do anything to save another family from going through this, whether that's signage, beach patrol, and strangers, you know, if you see something that's dangerous, take the courage and say something.
I think the kids were, it's possible, like, yeah, like maybe there was already a hole there and then they dug even more. Like, I remember when I was a kid, we would go to the beach, you know, we had the set, we had the shovel set, we had the bucket, we had all like the starfish shapes and all that stuff. And I remember as kids, our goal was, let's dig the fucking biggest hole that we can, because it was just fun. You know, you're just at the beach, you're digging, and then like the water comes in, it fills the hole up, and you make a mini pool. Like, I don't know, we used to do that shit all the time. Damn. That's sad because she can have anyone she wants. Wait, who were we talking about? Must love cartoons. Would you guys believe me if I told you the new guy plays SpongeBob? And... Say what now? Say what now? A man literally died like this in Australia last year. Wait, what happened? Was it the same thing? Like, was he like at the beach with his kids, family, digging a hole, and then like what happens? Is it just like something just collapsed on them, or how is there so much sand that this happens? Spent a lot of time on the beaches in Fort Lauderdale. This sort of thing was never heard of. Yeah, because there's a lady who lives in Fort Lauderdale, and she's like, oh, dude, like my grandchildren were just playing there the other day. Does it have her interview? Sorry, it's like I had to jump around a lot. Isn't it this interview? Maybe it was this interview. I was like so confused about this, so I was like watching this short, but it doesn't even explain it. Sandholes or death traps, says expert, but like it doesn't really go into details.
Shock grips so many in Lauderdale by the Sea as they mourn the death of 7.
Sorry, I'm just making sure.
Children play at this beach, and it's devastating.
The sand swallowed her.
Oh yeah, that was her right there. Yeah, she said her grandchildren play all the time.
For Tuesday, as she played and dug holes on the beach with her 9-year-old brother Maddox.
Oh my God, they're still digging and yelling. Oh my God.
Okay, don't hang
Dude, look at how many people were there. It must have been a shit ton of sand.
up the phone, ma'am, okay?
People rushed to the scene to try and pull the siblings out of the sand. Maddox survived. Sloan died at the hospital. The family was on vacation from Indiana. As they left the hospital Tuesday evening, the mother was holding Maddox's hand.
I'm so sad.
Little kids, but like to hear, someone loses their child on a beach, just, digging a simple hole. That's just awful.
No deep holes. That's an absolute no-no. It's a death trap. And it's so sad that it always seems to be children.
Shock grips so many.
Yeah, I guess it was just a really deep hole then. You spend a lot of time. Oh, Ariana Grande is Rain. And I saw Ariana Grande. They did a video about her. I think they were like scared about her health or something like that. I don't know. There was I think it was just a bad picture. It was like a picture of her with blonde hair, I think. And then I don't know if she dyed her eyebrows or shaved the eyebrows off or something, because she had the very Jeffree Star look. She dug a lot of holes around the main one. Maybe that's why it collapsed. I don't know. Right? Yeah, I've heard of quicksands without sand holes. Same. I don't know. It's like so sad.
So what I do is I take out my...
It's such an innocent thing to do. I don't know. It's super sad. Wah! Was there anything else you guys want to chat about? There was this video I wanted to watch with you guys, but I couldn't find it. Let me go through my list really quick. Was there anything else I want to share with you guys? Okay, so I think we want to do the Who the Fuck Did I Marry series in a different stream. And then maybe Jeff Lacoste's testimony. Am I stream on YouTube too? Yeah. I do my true crime stuff on YouTube and on Twitch. And then for gaming, I just do it on Twitch. Don't watch Dune. Sandworms are bad. I heard of a lot of quicksands. Oh, the man fell. The man fell headfirst in a sand hole, 1.5 meter. Okay, I don't know what that means. Meter. I'm American. I'm sorry. We measure in feet. Oh, 5 foot. Holy shit. It was meant for what's a port roast? It collapsed and it died. Oh my God. It collapsed and it took 15 people to dig him out, but he died later in the hospital. Oh. Wait, what's a port roast? This is in Australia? Australia. Wait, was this recent? Burby Island? Is this it? Josh Taylor was at a beach campground in Queensland, Burby Island. Oh, to roast a pig on Saturday. Wait, what? I have so many questions. Do people like dig holes and they roast? They throw the animal in to roast it, I guess? It's a pork roast? Thanks for making beaches terrifying. I'm sorry. Listen, the more you know, the better, okay? The more you know, the better. I don't know. I feel like if I ever have kids, oh my God, it's gonna be horrible. I'm not gonna let them do anything. I hear people bury a pork to cook it. Wait, what? Sorry, there's so many things about this that I find very interesting. Oh my God, he was only 23 years old. Oh, that's so sad. So young. He was airlifted to the hospital shortly after the incident, but succumbed to his injuries on Thursday. Authorities are still investigating the circumstance that led to his death, which is not immediately known. Yeah, wait, how did he fall in there? So he must have fell first, and then everything caved in on him. Right? Mr. Taylor's family confirmed that life support has been switched off. Oh my God, that's so sad. In an emotional statement, they said that he was the best son, brother, boyfriend, mate we could all wish for, who'd be missed every minute of every day. Unfortunately, the injuries he received were too severe for him to overcome. They had a GoFundMe. Oh, that's so sad. A luau? It's a luau way to cook a... Really? Bury pig roast? What? How to cook a pig in the ground Hawaiian style? The art of manliness. Okay. Y'all, if you are not cooking your fucking pig in the ground, you are not manly. All right, how do you do this? What the fuck? Oh wow, it's like legit hole. Here, I'll show you guys some screenshots. It's a little bit bloody, so I won't show you guys the whole thing. So they dig a pit, cement blocks, I guess, to reinforce it. Oh, you know what's possible? It's possible that the Australian guy may have stepped on the edges of the hole, and then he got the whole thing. He probably like slipped in, and the whole thing caved in on him. That's probably what happened. Maybe. Or he tripped and then he fell, hurt himself, and then all the sand came coming in as he tripped over, maybe. Hello, Lila. In Mexico, it's a hole and we cook lamb. It's yummy. Like, okay, I'm getting kind of hungry. That's because I haven't eaten yet, I guess. All right, so they prep the pig. They cut up the banana tree trunk. They get the hot rocks from the emu. Oh my God, it's like volcanic rocks. Oh. Okay, so here's the banana leaves. More banana leaves right here. Sorry, I don't want to show you guys like the poor little piggy. They wrap him up in foil and some sort of netting. They put a digital thermometer in the pig's shoulder. Oh, wow. We laid a layer of wet burlap bags completely overlapping the animal's body. Get ready for lots of steam. Wait, how long does it take to cook this? And then they add 3 gallons of water. Oh, wait, this is like a giant Instant Pot. Right? Wait, they actually, what? So they put the burlap sack on top. They put a blanket or some other shit on top. They put the sand back on there. And then you write a cute little aloha thing in the ground. Wait, how long does it take to cook? For a 100-pound pig, let it cook for 8 hours. With a 200-pound pig, give it 12 to 14 hours. Go take a nap, do some work, go for a run, whatever you... Wait, this is just a giant Instant Pot. What? Barbacoa? No. My dad used to make barbacoa, not the pig kind, several hours. No, I've never heard of that. Mexicans digging a pit for barbacoa? Oh. Oh, it's crazy. Let's see what it looks like in the aftermath. Dinner time. Oh, invite the neighbors. They dig it up. I've never heard of this before. Okay, so now they invite everyone to come over. They do the luau thing. They have to dig it back. I feel like this is like some dead body shit, man. Listen, I'm going to make a horrible joke, but if you guys ever need to hide a dead body, dig it out in the middle of the desert, get some Hawaiians to come with you, okay? Look at this. Look at the shoveling skills right here. Look at these Hawaiians. I don't know if they're in Hawaiian or not. Oh my God, look at them digging this whole thing up. And then they got the piggy. Oh, that's crazy. I've never heard about this before. Okay, I'm getting kind of hungry. Barbacoa is like mega yummy. I want to learn how to make what's the one that people are loving right now? It's the one where you dip in sauce. What is it called? It's like a taco, and then you could put cheese in it. Oh, birria. Yes. Birria. Yes. And then there's like the soup sauce thing that you dip it in. Hooker worms. We don't want no hooker worms. Why are we talking about hooker worms? Oh. But yeah, birria. Oh my God. Rain's about to make me throw up. And what? The art of manliness. Sit on the couch, drink a beer, get a beer belly. Yeah, okay. Anyways, yeah, really sad news, but then at the same time, really interesting news with the piggy stuff. Birria, also tortas, ahoga. I don't know what that is, but I'll eat it. Sounds amazing. There's this taco place. Actually, there's a lot of taco trucks near me, and they have more than just the traditional like carne asada, carnitas. They have like pig cheeks, pig face. The lengua thing I like, but there's this one place that does lengua where he gives you the whole tongue and it's not cut up, and you can still see the bristles on the tongue. And no, that's I don't know. I'm usually pretty adventurous, but no, fuck San Francisco, dude. I left San Francisco like it's been like 5, 6, 7 years, I think. Yeah, I live in Los Angeles now. I hate San Francisco. I'm sorry. The weather sucks. The people sucks. Everything sucks. The city itself is beautiful, but I don't know. I hate San Francisco. Yeah, no, I like it's like the tongue and like it was all on there still, and I was like, "What the fuck is this?" I don't like food that can kiss me back. Yeah, I felt like I was still making out, but I had to eat it though because I felt bad. I didn't want to waste the fucking tongue meat, so I fucking ate it. But it was hard. It was hard to eat it. The lingual was like whole. All right, before I head out, is there anything else? I'm going through all my true crime stuff right now to see if there's anything else. True crime. My YouTube channel is like all messed up. It's like true crime stuff, ancient Japanese restaurants, random celebrity stuff. I went through this whole wormhole about how to paint your nails. Oh, God. You saw Scorpion Taco? My dog loves dry pig ears. I love pig ears. There's like a Chinese way to prepare it where it's like cold, wet. I don't know. It's like really good. The way they season it and all that stuff, it's so good. It's so yummy. All right, I'm trying to see if there's anything else before we pop out. All right, I think that's about it. All right, y'all. Well, that's it. I will see you guys next time. I'm going to head on out. I'm going to get some food. I am hungry, but I appreciate you guys being here. Yes, we were talking about that earlier, Studio. His confession has been ruled inadmissible. Apparently, he asked for a lawyer. He asked for an attorney. They didn't do a proper Miranda reading. It was a whole hot mess. Okay, so now they're throwing the whole thing out. But, I mean, we still have two witnesses. We have his stepdaughter, who's a teenager. Should be old enough to testify. I think she was like 14, 15, 16. His ex-wife. So we have at least them two as witnesses. Police were there when, you know, shortly after it happened. So he was there, the gun, he was at the scene, all that stuff. But, I mean, I'm assuming it'll still be fine. Bye-bye. Yes, y'all. I hope you guys have a good one. Take care. I will see you guys later. If you haven't already, join the Discord. Feel free to come join the Discord. We do have a true crime section. If you want to post any true crime related topics in there, feel free. If you don't want to do any true crime stuff, I don't know, just you can post other stuff as there as well. It's like a chat room for different topics. But I hope you guys have a good one. Thanks for popping in. Thanks for keeping me busy. Thanks for having me in the background if you're lurking. For Twitch, oh man, I kind of want to play Final Fantasy, but I think I should do work stuff. Yeah, I need to work on stuff. I'm going to work on stuff, and then maybe on Twitch I'll be back later or something. But for sure this week, we're going to stream Final Fantasy VII Rebirth on Twitch. So if you guys are interested in gaming, Final Fantasy stuff, join us on Twitch. It's the same online moniker, Corky-san with 2 A's. And that's about it. Oh yeah, Ink, thank you so much. Ink has joined the membership. Thank you. Wait, did they fix it? Oh, they fixed it. Before on YouTube, if you did a string of emotes, it would get all funky. Yay! Yeah, Ink, welcome. I appreciate you. More Ares gameplay. Yeah. All right, guys. Have a good one. Take care. I'm going to go eat, and I will see y'all later. All right? I'll see you guys later. We'll have the Charlie Adelson cross-examination uploaded, edited. Well, semi-edited. Yeah, semi-edited. And all that. Yeah, like the stream. Thank you, y'all. Have a good one.